Okay, guys.
Oh, he
Sorry.
almost died.
Nah,
Nothing.
Sean is screwing with you.
No, I'm not.
Maybe a little.
Well, we did successfully murder the butcher and his wife,
Okay.
so that was a thing. And Leopold got him after getting his leg almost chopped off. Managed to sink his hatchet into the balls of the butcher from the ground.
That's true. That was pretty epic.
So
He
that
went
was fun.
He went balls deep.
Yes, pretty much. And we essentially completely failed. I mean, we uncovered the mystery, but you know, it was already too late. So
What was the mystery?
that they were cultists of Nurgle, and they turned what's her face Alexa into a
plague bearer.
A plague bearer. That's why they wouldn't let anybody in the room. And you know, and then they're like, "Ha ha ha! You know, you cannot defeat me." And you know, we killed him, but it was didn't matter. And of course, you know, the stupid merchant guy was all like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it."
Whoa,
So.
I never saw that coming.
Yeah, kinda. It was like, if we had just passed our rolls to be let into the house that last time, we might have been able to do. Well, it was probably already too late then, but you know, it was mainly just because we failed our rolls that we couldn't achieve anything, and then we got our asses kicked by that stupid knight.
Yeah, who also showed up.
Mm.
But this time he didn't fight you. He said something.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. He did show up. I forgot. And he got into a battle with the other Leopold.
No, with Ricard.
Oh yeah, okay.
The other Leopold killed his sister and then
that's
joined
right.
your party, and now he is essentially Leopold's
Gennaro
main.
Pirro.
No, main Leopold's crutch.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yes, he's my third leg. Yeah, and I was just typing in the chat that I did some background and work on my backup character, but of course not enough to complete his advances and all that shit. So
Sure.
I was thinking last night while I was at that party, for a backup character, it would be kind of fun to do a dwarf agitator.
Okay.
Meaning, I would never get my racial bonuses for being a dwarf because an agitator is going to be the most anti-dwarf you could ever be.
Yeah, it's like you would
There
be
you go.
an imperial dwarf essentially.
But I was thinking, it would be kind of fun because I could just go around and basically quote Rage Against the Machine for all my lines.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's actually
I'm
very.
probably not going to do that, but
Know your enemy.
That's actually
Also-
a very interesting idea.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Do you want me to tell you what my backup character is?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so I first rolled up a character. I was hoping to get a wizard, and instead I got a mercenary.
Okay.
I was like,
Sorry, Sean, but you can choose.
well, yeah. Well, so what I did was I had a couple of random character generators.
Okay.
So I just kept on hitting it until I got an apprentice wizard,
Oh, nice.
whose name is Dieter,
Dieter.
and he's also from Talabek land. So I got some ideas for how to play that. And I just rolled his Doom this morning,
Okay.
which is I forget what it is now, but it's something to do with let me
something
read it.
very
Okay.
doomy.
Yeah, it's depressing and
Emo.
yeah, great.
Okay.
It is fearsome engines belch forth fires of thy destruction.
Well,
That actually sounds very wizardy, though. So
Yeah.
That sounds like you don't really like anything technological.
Yeah, well, so because he's from Talabek land and he got that, his star sign is Mammoth the Wise. I'm considering doing him as an Amber Wizard.
Okay.
But I completely don't understand magic, so it's going to take me a while to figure that out and have to do all that stuff.
What's happening in the background?
Probably Brian.
Brian?
I have no idea. I'm not doing anything.
Andrew?
I'm sitting here painting. Well, no offense, Brian, but when you said that, all I could imagine was the old Bart Simpson bit with, I didn't do it, you didn't see it, or I didn't do it, you didn't see it, you can't prove anything. That's what I can imagine. I'm just imagining you sitting there doing that.
Because it sounded like if someone was welding something, or, using a...
Was it like sudden?
Yeah.
It sounded
Yeah.
like papers rustling to me, but
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
I do have,
Okay.
I am in the laundry room, but my washing machine ain't making that kind of noise.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've written to Jason. He's not here yet, so maybe you should. Oh, by the way, Andy, I don't know if you've heard from the guys. You are in an abandoned coaching inn, and the coaching inn will be attacked very shortly by beastmen.
Okay. Oh, how much XP did I end up with last time since I missed it?
Let me see.
I want to say it was some like 50 or 70 or something like that. Is it in the notes?
I don't think it's in the notes, honestly.
Let me see if I have here somewhere.
Okay.
So, because I do sometimes write that stuff down, even though it's not my turn.
It's actually very, very reasonable of you, Sean. Thank you.
Well, especially for the XP, I write it down, and I try to write down everybody's, just in case as a backup, in case there's a.
In case you need the blog post.
Yeah.
Well, there's that. Okay, well, is that my current character sheet? Yeah, as usual, my stuff is all over the place.
I think it was about 70, Andy, but
Okay, cool. I'll just put down 70. And
okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's I feel like that's what the game amount was last time. But I'm not finding it where I wrote it down.
you realize I need to add or subtract some, just let me know.
Okay. So, spend your XP, guys. Man.
No idea what I'm gonna spend it on right now. I've got like almost 500 unspent XP right
I
now.
got 800.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you guys have been. I've been spending it here and there all over the place, but you guys seem to be.
Yeah, well, part of it is because a bunch of us were the last things we can take are all like languages and junk that you can't just be like, oh, I know Chilean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There is that. I started running into that a little bit too. Okay. Well, for whatever reason, I could have sworn these are all from like a year ago. Notes I have in my hand right now. Oh wait, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. No, that's from. When was our last game? What was the date?
Our last game was on 23rd
Oh, okay.
of June. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So no, it wasn't.
What?
Okay. Well, what I have here is that we each got 80, so Lucas got 40
Oh, okay.
Okay.
because you get half of the today's
Yeah.
whatever. And then I lost track a little bit when we were totaling it up, but we essentially got. Oh, did he get half of the chapter stuff too?
No, Well, no. If he participated in the parts,
Okay.
for each good XP, he gets full XP for that part.
Okay, because what I had in my notes here was that he got the 40 for today's game, and then when we did the chapter stuff,
Okay.
I wrote down that he got 60 from that, but I don't remember.
So he got 60
so-
for that. So,
So
Okay,
100 total.
yeah,
100 total.
Okay.
And then the rest of us each got 115 for the chapter.
yeah, 100 total for you, Andy.
Okay.
Okay, man, I had a fantastic game of Horse Heresy today.
Cool.
Yeah. Tabled my opponent.
Yeesh.
Oh no. When one side has a Primarch and the other does not have a Primarch, shit happens.
Sounds like it.
No, in all seriousness, I think it's the best game that GW ever made. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Forge War technically, but you know what I mean.
At
Yeah.
the Nova Open this year, I think I'm probably going to pick up a Horus to go with my. Although I have painted a grand total of 3
Okay.
models, but yeah, I think I'm going to pick up Horus to go with mine because like half the fun of I think of Horus Heresy is like having having an army with a Primarch out there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I've kitbashed my Alpharius, but I would love to get a model. Anyway, guys. All right. Brian, what are you spending your XP on?
I'm really just holding. I'm between characters basically.
Okay, sure. In that case, Andy.
All my stuff is stuff that we've talked about several times. That again, I can't just be like, oh, I know, whatever. So, it's all stuff we've been working on. And honestly, off the top of my head, I don't remember what they are.
Yeah, if you want to learn Hylian, do it quick.
I think I've already done that.
Okay.
That was
I was
one
gonna
of them.
say,
But it's some of those kind of things that take a little while to learn. So, I will try to remember to look into it and talk to you about it maybe after this.
Okay, sure thing.
Because I know we've talked about him in the past and stuff, and said, I'm trying to learn whatever. And you kind of said, okay, well, you're studying that on your own, kind of stuff. But like I said, I don't remember what they are. I'll have to go back in and look at it. So.
No problem. What about you, Sean?
yeah, I actually am not 100% certain what else I can take at this point. The other thing I was just thinking of is I don't know if you decided on an insanity for me because do I have to go over 8 insanity points with strong-minded, or
How much insanity points do you have?
I have 8.
So you're not insane.
Okay, I'm not insane.
When you finally lose your insanity test after acquiring one or more insanity points, you erase the insanity counter,
Right.
and you gain an insanity.
Okay.
I haven't yet decided on your insanity, but
Mhm.
I have a. What's that sound? But
I had it on mute, and I thought it was actually because it was muting before, so I was looking for a paint. I'm sorry.
No worries. Anyway, yeah, I already have a few ideas about you, Sean.
Yeah. Well, and that's also similar to Sally's predicament. I may be having a backup character soon because
It's always a good idea.
Leopold is seriously having issues. Let me see. I guess I could max out on fellowship. That would be one one thing I could do.
Okay. Jason is coming, by the way. I mean, not like. Oh, I'm not going to make that joke. Sorry. Because I've written to him, and yeah, he got delayed, but he's on his way. So we'll wait for a second for him. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Jason's here. Awesome. I think I need to add him to the conversation. Yeah, Jason. Okay. Andy, you were in an abandoned coaching inn.
Okay.
Oh, so you didn't read the notes, all right? Checking you
No,
now.
because I'm going to be honest. I in the past, a lot of the notes take so long to get up that I just kind of don't even assume that they're going to be up by the time the next session's up.
Oh, okay, no worries.
Yeah, I didn't look honestly.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, you were there. No, just no big deal. Anyway, you've entered an abandoned coaching inn in Drakwald, just as a heavy thunderstorm was coming. So Oh, and it was also getting dark because it was very late. There was no one there except for a wood elf named Lorinok, who was apparently wounded while fighting beastmen in the forest. But he was harmless. I mean, he was a typical elf, so he's an asshole. But other than that, he's pretty harmless. There's no food, no drink here. It's people in this inn abandoned it completely when the crusade came nearby, and they've took everything with them. The inn, by the way, I guess you know it by now. It's called the Reaper's Bounty. Since there's
Reaper or Ripper?
Reaper.
There's a map on Roll20.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
I saw that, and yeah.
Hello, Jay.
Hey.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
No worries. So yeah, you can see the inn. It's interior, exterior, you know. Anyway, an inquisitor came, named Father Johannes, accompanied by a young boy named Nils and his 2 hammer bearers. And you know, Father Johannes is your typical corrupt, Sigmarite, fat priest. He's a real asshole. Nils is very nice, and he actually tended to your wounds. While the hammer bearers are just brutes, essentially. And so you've decided to stay for the night and leave, you know, next day. When in the night, a band of about 20 mutants entered the inn, entered the common room. Lucas was actually the one who scouted them out, and you've told the rest. The mutants are not malicious, they just want some food, they are starving, they don't want to fight you. Of course, when Johannes came downstairs, he was like, you know, kill the mutants! Yeah? And then, just as the situation was about to escalate, a horn was heard over the sound of thunder outside. And the hammer bearers, you know, looked at each other, looked at you, and said just one word, Beastmen. And said that this is that this kind of horn is usually sounded when a war herd is coming. If you don't know what a war herd is, take a wild fucking guess.
It's a lot of beastmen.
A lot. Like, it's not a band, it's a herd of war. That's why it's called war herd. I'll see myself out.
But wait, what? So what have they heard?
The beastmen are essentially coming to the inn.
No, I'm making a joke. Zing!
Oh!
Really bad.
Oh!
You can follow him out.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's the situation. I think you're all actually armed and armored, because when you've heard the mutants, you've all, like, picked your stuff.
So let me ask, because I had no arms or armor left. What do I have?
Rags.
Okay, have I managed to replace a weapon or anything?
Yeah, you have a hatchet, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. We I think you still had your weapons. You're covered in like rags. Maybe you stole a blanket from the thing to make a poncho out of.
Yeah.
But I think your weapons were just the remaining ones were all poor quality now, if I recall correctly.
But I was planning on in the carnage in that town grabbing. In fact, I think I even made a point about it in the notes. Replacing my weapon with anything that was of better quality that would have been comparable.
We had 2 axes from the cave, and I gave one to you, Lucas.
Okay.
And I gave one to Leopold.
Yeah, Leopold had one too. Yeah.
So.
Okay, so you have at least one, I guess, normal quality weapon with whatever poor quality weapons you had before.
All right.
Yeah, so that's the situation. Leopold Fowlebrand is also with you because he decided to leave the town after he killed his sister. He's of course all moody now. He listens to, you know, My Chemical Romance, stuff like that. Yeah, he's like the early 2000s movie character. And he actually helps your Leopold with walking. Sally lost his arm completely. It had to be removed because it was hanging on a single tendon, so his right arm is off. And by the way, you're all sick, Lucas.
Okay.
During the couple of days, because the journey to the inn took about 2 to 3 days, you've all begun to cough, except Leopold, like the new Leopold. You've all begun to cough, you know, you're sweating heavily despite it being rather cold. You feel horrible. Yeah, and it's not looking good. And by the way, since it's so late, I would like all of you to make me toughness tests.
Okay.
Remember about your minus modifiers?
Yes.
So Sally, for example, has minus 10 to all stats.
Right.
But I failed regardless of my minus modifiers. So.
Okay. Do you want to spend your luck on that or not?
Woo!
I don't know what's going to happen if I fail, but I suspect I'd rather save my luck for the oncoming beastman.
Okay.
I figure, whatever happens is going to be not as bad as an axe to the face.
Yeah. Sean, sorry, Jason, one second. Sean, you've rolled twice with luck point? Because your first roll was 56. Yeah. Sorry, man.
Okay, I didn't realize I rolled twice. I will retroactively say I spent a luck point because I don't remember. I must have clicked it twice or something on accident.
Okay, so you spent one luck point.
56 too.
Yeah.
Are you sure that both of those are his?
Well, it has me on there, so it must be. I must have double hit it when I did it.
Yeah, you've passed the test, by the way. You also have minus 10 to the test, but you managed to pass it. Just by 2. Jason, of course. I mean, Vincent passed with flying colors, 0-1. Absolute success. Very nice.
Oh, and I spent 400 XP. I essentially maxed out my fellowship, added another attack, and added another wound.
Okay.
So,
Brian?
That gives me I'm so injured.
Yeah. Can you roll?
What am I rolling?
Toughness.
Oh.
You're essentially trying to see if you're too tired to fight.
Okay, I assumed I was out anyway.
No,
1 second.
No, you're still up.
I'll bite your kneecaps.
Sorry about those beeps. I'm doing laundry too. So.
Right.
No, you failed.
Minus 10%, right?
All right. So in that case, okay, Sean, you've passed. So Brian and Lucas and Sally, you gain additional minus 5 to all stats. So in Sally's case, he has minus 15 to all stats. Okay, I need to quickly do
So I just have the minus 5?
Yeah, you have minus 5 because it's the first time that you failed the roll.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote mine in talents.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I need to quickly, do this.
Otherwise, I'd forget, especially if we're tallying if they're building upon each other.
Yeah. So I need to go back and look. I think I've forgotten.
Okay, so in that case, Jason, spend your XP, please. What are you buying?
I'm not in an opportunity where I can really spend anything right now. It's all learned stuff that I needed to use points for. So nothing.
Okay. So let's begin.
So we're essentially downstairs.
No.
And there's a bunch of beastmen coming in.
This is how it looks. You can see it on the map, ground floor. You're upstairs. You're standing on the stairs leading to the common room, to the tap room. There are about... Oh, there are lots of... I think there are 10 mutants here, essentially.
Okay.
Although you can remind me, it's probably in the notes.
The number?
Yeah, you are standing there with Father Johannes in his nightshirt, with his hammer bearers, armed and mostly armored, with Nils holding the golden cross. When you've heard the horn, but this is no horn of the Empire. This is a strange. This is strange primal sound, essentially, of things best left forgotten in the deep woods and the wild places of this world. And when we've all heard it, the whole room went quiet, and the hammer bearers, named Klaus and Ernst, look at each other, look at you, and went pale. Essentially, they just went bone white and said, Beastmen. The beastmen are coming, and Lorinok the elf, who's also standing there with you with his bow drawn out. It's a war herd, humans. From his look, and he's an elf, so they usually don't phase easily, you can see that he is also very, very, very seriously taking this whole situation.
I'd like to turn to the wood elf and be like, what should we do?
We must,
knowing that he's lives in the woods and that's where we are, and I'm assuming he knows more about them than we do.
we must fight. The herd is coming here. They've smelled blood. We must defend this place. Not here. It will be our death trap. From the walls. The mutants, you see, they are actually looking at you as if you are generally, you know, someone to follow. You can even hear some of them, you know, whispering with their warped voices. Shh, we should follow them. They look like they look like people who know what to do, you know. And even the hammerbears look at you as if to ask, so what now? Both of them are essentially, you know, pissed. I mean, terrified. Just, you know, terrified.
Okay.
When you say hammer bearers, do you mean hammer bearers like warriors, or hammer bearers like acolytes in the church that carry a hammer around? I
don't mean like warrior priests. I mean like soldiers who defend the temples.
Ah, okay.
Swiss Guard.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Like level 1 in PCs.
Okay. Now this is a very serious, very tough situation. You know you have a little time. Please tell me, what are you going to do, Brian?
I guess I stand there with my pipe, my empty pipe kind of hanging out of my mouth. Just
okay, so that's your declaration.
Can't get any worse.
Andrew,
you said we are on the first floor, at the top of the stairs.
At the top of the stairs, yeah.
So that's like right between 8 and 9 on that ground, or that's the ground floor map.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're between 15 and 14, looking down into 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can get to those battlements up there. And then, or run downstairs to make sure. I'm going to run downstairs to make sure that the door is reinforced.
The door to the inn or the gate?
Yeah. I'm looking on the ground floor of that thing between 10 and 10.
This is a gate. And by the way, to close the gate, you need at least 4 people, and I believe it takes about 2 minutes.
Leopold's gonna yell at the beastmen if he can.
Oh yeah.
I totally missed it. I thought that was all interior. I didn't realize that's a gate, a court in a giant courtyard. This is like a fort or something.
Yes,
This
is a fortified inn.
Okay. In that case, let's see. So you said we're between 15 and 14. I'm still trying to figure. Okay. Now where's the front door then on the ground floor?
It's right below 6.
Yeah, right below 6.
You see, there's a little white tick there. That's the door.
Okay, that's what he's going to try to run to and get fortified.
All right.
Well, there's also we're aware of other doors in the back too of the inn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, you probably also shout to somebody else, or probably not anybody in particular, but to get the back door.
Okay, so you're shouting to the mutants, get the back door, essentially.
Somebody.
All right.
No, can Leopold jump in here? It's like, no, we need to secure the main gate. You men get out there and secure the main gate.
We've opened the main gate, says one of the mutants.
Close it.
All right. And the mutants essentially went out into the night and rushed towards the gate through the thunderstorm. You can hear. Just this horrible tempest raging outside. Through the open door, a lot of rain pours in. You can hear the wind. It's like a tornado, like a hurricane. Yes, it is
Does it
indeed.
rock us like a hurricane?
What?
Does it rock us like a hurricane, though?
Scorpions.
Oh yeah, rock you like a hurricane. Yes. Yeah. So. Oh yeah. By the way, there are total 19 mutants inside.
Okay, great.
So some of the mutants run to the back door. So, most of them run to the front door and will probably try and close the gate. That said, these things are emaciated. They are half dead from starvation. And you saw the front door. You saw how heavy they were and you remember essentially how hard it was for you to close them. Is anyone going to help them out?
I want to yell to the 2 hammer bearers to help them with the gate. I want to point towards the front door, and then I want to ask the elf: is there any way up on the walls from inside the inn? Now we may know this. I don't know how thoroughly.
Not from inside the inn, human. From one of the towers. We need to make our stand there, says the elf.
Yeah, we need to rush towards the gate and get 10 is there's a way up, and then they're also in the back corner there's a way up.
Yeah. So who's going where in this case? Remember, Leopold, that without the second Leopold you basically can't walk.
Right.
So Lucas hears that we can get up to the tower through 10. That's where the gate is. He's going to then change plans because he can't barricade the door anyway, since those people are going to need to get back in. He's going to go back to help them with the front gate to help out, add strength, etc.
All right.
And quite frankly, if he sees an opportunity, he's going to slip away.
Without even rolling, that slipping away in the Drakwald, in the middle of a thunderstorm, with beastmen coming, is the death sentence. You are essentially committing a suicide.
Well, like it's more of a if it looks like if the opportunity presents itself, in which case that not a without like he's not just going to run away.
Yeah.
Right. Like if a really good opportunity presents itself.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's it's like just a run for the hills. I'm cowardly retreat. I mean, it's a cowardly retreat, but not a run for the hills kind of thing. More like an weigh up the options. At which point is staying suicide. Because suicide now versus maybe suicide later, right?
Okay.
Is still later, right? Still a couple extra minutes.
Sure.
And I think with especially with his insanity, like I think he would be look out for number 1 first.
I'm sure as well, essentially. All right, so you are helping the mutants close the gate.
Yeah.
You emerge outside. The rain lashes your face. You run to the gate, where you can see very weakly, but you can hear, those poor warped changelings essentially trying to close the door. They are like, they're coming! Hurry up! Hurry up! You lend your hand, brushing shoulders with things with extra eyes, tentacles for arms, porcupine quills emerging from their backs. They all stink horribly. Even in this weather, you can smell their rotting stench. It's horrible, but they are your comrades now. You can't do anything about it. And of course, outside there's dark. There's the Drakwald forest, and in that forest, there are things running towards you to rip you to shreds. All right, so this is you, Vincent. What about you? Oh, by the way, the elf ran outside, and he just one last time cried, "To the towers!" To the battlements!
Yeah, I was going to run to the battlements as well, so I'll run to the front gate and kind of see how that's going, and if there's a space for one more person, I'm going to help with the gate before I go up.
No, not for one more person.
Then I'll go back. I'll just go right into where I was before, the way I came up when I was sitting in the tower. I'm gonna follow that way up.
All right. So, but are you coming inside the tower, or are you
Yes.
going to the battlements?
I want to go. Well, I need to go into the tower, and I'm probably going to look through the window and try to like not stick my head out, but just kind of get an idea. Because I guess Vincent isn't sure if they know exactly that there's people in here or not. So he's just looking out the window at this point.
All right. You run towards the tower to look out the window. Sally, I ask you once again, what are you doing?
I'm kind of in a daze. Who am I standing next to?
Father Johannes, Leopold, and Leopold.
I don't know. Like I'm pretty hopeless, and I'm not thinking clearly.
All right. So we're not doing anything. Leopold, in that case, what you and your crutch plan to do?
I tell Leopold, you need to get me to the tower over the gate so I can shoot things with my crossbow.
Sure thing, Gramps. By the way, how old are you? I mean, your character.
Pretty old. I'm 33.
So we can.
And actually, I don't know how long. I actually have no idea in game time how long we've been playing, so I'm maybe older than that now.
You're probably then 34 right now.
Okay.
Alright, so in that case, Leopold helps you, and you, well, rather slowly, with a movement of 3, let's say, make your way to the tower. Lucas, just as you've managed to close the door, you can the gate. You swear that you can almost hear the beasts converging all around the inn, running through the thick undergrowth, braying loudly. Oh, and by the way, the hammer bearers came after you, and they're like, "What should we do?"
To me,
Help with the gate.
The gate is
They're
closed.
probably the most. Okay.
so the gate's closed now.
Yeah.
And
The walls.
barred. Yeah, up
Yeah.
to the walls.
Up to the- Okay, so
and then take up, I guess through 10 and up those stairs on 10.
Okay, so
And keep your head down.
So essentially, you guys can command the mutants and the hammer bearers to deploy wherever you want. You have less than a minute before the combat starts, so use your orders wisely, because they look to you as the de facto leaders. Neus and Father Johannes stayed inside the inn. They didn't, come out. You can decide what to do, but you only have a minute. So please, deploy your forces. You can paint on the map if you wish so.
So I guess with Lucas and hold on, let me figure out how to.
You have 19 mutants, 2 hammer bearers. Lornok will not follow you, but he will help. He is in the. He's standing on the tower to the left, down left tower.
Okay.
Bottom left tower, and he will use his bow to shoot. Oh, and by the way, sorry, Vincent, you don't see anything through the window because it's pitch black and it's thunderstorm.
I'm guessing
Alright.
then Lucas and the Hammer Bears. Sorry, my kids are on a huge Mario kick. Not Hammer Brothers, Hammer Bearers are coming up here because we came up through 10, right?
Yeah.
So you're standing there, okay.
Right, yeah. So I'm going to direct. Does anybody have any missile weapons?
Yes, Leopold has.
No, I mean of the guys that I'm with.
The hammer bears don't. Vincent is standing inside the tower, not on the battlements, from what I've gathered. Right?
Correct. At this point, yeah.
All right.
Okay. So what I'm going to shout is actually real quick. Do I see is there any debris up there that can be thrown?
No.
No. Okay. Basically, I think it's a guard since we're up there, it's a guard the doors or the entrances kind of thing to basically not let them through and stab them while they are kind of.
So are you standing on the battlements?
Yeah, that's where we are, right? Because we came
Yeah.
up through 10 to get up there, because I think the elf had the right idea. This is where we want to be.
Yeah.
We, however, don't have any missile weapons to rain down on them, so
Yeah.
we kind of have to wait. The idea is find the entrances, and stab them in choke points.
All right.
We should send at least 2 quick mutants to each tower to make sure if they see any ladders they can run to get us
Yeah, that's
as
a good idea.
messengers.
Yeah.
Remember that you
and
have
or-
less than a minute, so it's not like you
Right,
just
but
send the mutants there. Do not formulate a plan that would take like 15 minutes. Quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So
watching
essentially
all this,
man,
and
man the towers.
All right.
So I
Man
made that
the
little
towers,
purple
man
square.
the choke points.
All right.
Man
Yeah.
the towers, man the choke
That's
points.
what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about in this case. So the mutants just say yes, of course, and they just disperse to cover each of the tower and the surrounding stretch of the wall. Lorinok is, like I've said, bottom left tower. You, Vincent, you're standing inside number 10, where you, when you'll probably be no help.
Yeah, I'll be coming out as soon as I was just looking through. If I can't see anything, I'll go back up to the tower.
To the top of the battlements.
Yep.
All right. There you stand with Lucas, and there you've been joined by Leopold, while Sally is still inside.
I step outside and I'm watching this cooperation between my comrades and the mutants, and I'm thinking of Gennaro having to put him down.
Yeah.
And I'm just like chewing on my pipe, like grinding my teeth.
All right.
And I unsheath a dagger.
With
I go to join everybody else.
On the top of the tower. All right. When you've reached the top of the tower, the first grappling hooks have been attached to the walls all around you. By all around, I mean, of course, there have been shouts. Remember that it's incredibly. You are essentially in a very, very heavy thunderstorm. Remember the second part of the Lord of the Rings and the defense of the. What was the
Helm's
city?
Deep?
Yeah. Remember how it rained?
Minus tier.
Yeah.
I think it was Helm's Deep.
It was Helm's Deep. Remember how it rained in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
It's worse here. You're in the middle of a forest, it's dark, you have no clear line of sight. Even your night vision sight doesn't work because there are no light sources here. So all you have is your sense of hearing. You see your comrades when they stand like 2-3 meters from you, but beyond that it's darkness and rain. And you hear roars. All around you hear roars. You hear the sound of hooves and deformed legs just scaling the walls of the Reaper's Bounty. You hear Lorinok crying, "My Eldanan!" And you think you hear the arrows flying from the bottom left tower. You also begin to hear, the screams of the mutants and the clash of weapons. By the way, where are the Hammerbears? By the way, are they with you, or have you sent them to the other parts of the battlements?
I think they are with us, but
Yeah,
I think
I probably would have tried to keep them with me because they're semi-competent warriors.
If I see grappling hooks being thrown up against the wall, I'd probably tell one or both of them to go around the walls and try to cut the cables or remove them or
Cut them with a hammer.
Yeah.
cut them with a hammer.
I mean, you hear them. Of course, you don't see them because, like I've said, it's pitch black, but without Wind Diesel. Yeah, but you can in a few it all happened a few seconds after Sally reached the upper battlements. Another few seconds later, and the beasts came for you from both directions. They first came for the hammer bearers. Unless, all right, let's make it this way. I want you guys, each of you, to place himself on the map. Remove the, please, like the red.
How do you do that?
Oh shit. What have I done? Sorry.
You click on them.
Yeah.
Like item.
Okay, I've done. Okay, cool. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I put myself in that little purple square.
Okay, so this is Leopold. All right. So, wait a second. Please don't do anything now.
Yeah, I'm right there next to where Leopold was.
No, wait. Because now I need to.
I'll be green, whatever it is.
This here is the second Leopold.
Okay, the gray one.
The gray one. Yeah. Now, please, Brian, place yourself somewhere.
Okay, where are the other mutants?
On the battlements. It's fight. Please, hurry up.
They're just all around.
They're all around, yeah. You're the green one?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have Andrew, Lucas.
Yeah, I was where Sean was, because that to me seems like the most likely choke point for them to come up first, because it's right there through the gate.
So you're all amassing on the right side.
Yeah, next to the stairs.
You remember that it will be very hard for you to fight like this, bunched up together.
Wow.
I want to be on the tower in between the elf and them. So if I could figure out how to draw a square, I would.
Okay, I'm going to use red for you, Vincent, and I presume that you want to be here. Shit. Here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so the hammer bears, where should they be put? I'm going to use blue for them. Or maybe one of you wants to put them.
Maybe in between the towers, like in the walls on the southern edge.
So far,
No, I would send them over with where Vincent is. I was going to say, because they're not going to if we send them off by themselves individually, they're going to die a heck of a lot faster.
So here and here.
I think that at that choke point, yeah, basically.
Okay, I'm going to remove this.
Basically, keep it tight where the beastmen can't ever be more than one or two wide.
That's our Alamo.
Essentially, yeah. I mean,
that worked out well.
Okay, so here's Lorinok, and the mutants are all around the battlements. Well, as much as they can be. Essentially.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even have weapons, did they?
Yeah, no, they had. They had like.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they had like clubs, rusty knives, stuff like that. Their leaders had weapons. I mean, their leader was from the looks of him, he was probably ex-soldier. There was also a girl with huge eyes, clearly mutated. She had a knife, and there was this brute who had chisel-like hands. They were most certainly his weapons of choice. All right. In a few seconds, it all began. On both sides of you can hear claws and hooves climbing over the walls. Yeah. And very soon, from the darkness emerged shapes, misshapen, even more than the mutants, furred. Even in this rain, you can smell the stink of their matted fur covered in blood and excrement. You can hear their roars and growls and braying. First, on both sides, comes a couple of runs, essentially. You think, as your eyesight, accustomed to the darkness, you think that they have shields and crude spears, and they just rush your positions. You can also hear Lorinok begin fighting for his life, issuing cries in his strange Fey language, and swinging his elegant elven longsword against crude iron and flint. Now, of course, I don't need to tell you that it's initiative time, so please roll d10 plus your agility.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, and someone
Sorry.
is rolling for the... Oh, actually, no, I'm going to roll for Hammerburst.
Dice roller. Okay, so hold on.
Hammerburst suck.
So, do I have a -5 to this test too?
You have -5 to all your statistics.
Okay. Okay, so this isn't a. Man, I'm sorry, I can't hear over that.
Yeah, that's...
So.
Oh, that was me typing. I meant to mute it.
Sorry. So, it's my agility is a statistic, so I have a -5 to that for purposes of this, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
41
Okay.
for Vincent.
I got a 45.
45. Minus 5. Yes?
No, that is the -5.
Okay. Sean,
My agility is 48, so I
alright.
48 plus.
Sean has 48. 38, sorry. The Hammerbursts have 31, by the way. Brian 52. Remember that you have minus 15, Brian.
Minus 15, yeah. I rolled 8.
Okay, just let me see.
44 plus 8.
Okay. Okay, and let me just... Alright, by the way, Sean, when you're fighting now, I presume that you're fighting like with your worst hand, because you have to stand using a crutch, an actual crutch.
Okay. Okay.
So you know that this will also give you minus modifiers.
Okay.
Yeah. Leopold is, I think...
Good thing I
Leopold
up
is
my attack
47.
stat.
Yeah. Leopold is 47. When he sees the things... sorry, Sally is first. Sally, what are you doing? You see the things trying to enter the upper battlements. Also, guys, use the Reaper's Bounty like design on in the upper, bottom right corner of the map. So you can basically see how it looks like from the front. Sally, what's your course of action?
Like they're trying to climb the wall right now?
No, they're already climbed it.
They're on top of the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Shit. I'm pretty disgusted with everybody right now, because, like, we're allying with mutants, and I had to kill my best friend.
Yeah.
Because he mutated.
Yeah.
And
funny how life sometimes turns up, right?
yeah, so I'm just kind of, I mean, I'm present in the situation, but I'm kind of looking at the Beastmen, looking at the mutants, looking at my comrades. Just
you're not looking at the
I
mutants.
dropped my pipe a long time ago. I'm just gripping my dagger.
So you're not doing anything. You're just standing there.
I want to kill somebody, and I'm not sure who.
Okay. Okay. So that's your turn. After that, we have Leopold. Leopold is essentially taking defensive position because he's a merchant son from Aldorf and he's not a seasoned warrior. So you can hear him mumbling something under his breath. You think that you've heard the word Alexa said in a dark tone. For game purposes, he's taking defensive stance. After that, we have Andrew.
So, is there anybody I can attack at the moment? This exact moment?
No, you need to approach someone.
Right, but I mean, is there anybody to approach? That's what I mean. I
Yeah,
mean, like,
you can see a silhouette coming like up the top battlements.
then I'm gonna charge in, or what? Move there and attack.
Yeah, I would just want to say that charging in this situation is rather.
Yeah, I meant charge in the cinematic, not charge in the.
So you're raising your weapon and you're moving towards. By the way, you only have your axe.
Right.
All right. So you approach the fiend, you raise your axe, and you bring it down. In front of you is a scrawny figure. He looks like a man, you think, in this darkness and rain, but he has a small pair of horns emerging from his furry head. And you hear something as you approach. Something like that. You raise your axe. Attack.
Okay.
Oh, nice. It's
I'm gonna spend a luck.
It's a good start, yeah. Just want to say.
Okay. Yeah. Even with my -5 modifier, I hit.
Very well.
See, this is why I saved my luck from the cold and.
Roll for damage. He tried to block with his primitive shield, but you've brought the axe down on his leg.
Hold on. Let's see.
By the way, you are now standing in the gap. Just so you know.
Yeah. Hold on. See. D10 plus. 4. Ugh.
Oh man. All right. In that case, you've brought the weapon down on his leg. You felt it cut. The thing brayed in pain, not roared. Did something like that. But it's still standing. And now we have. After that is Vincent.
I think Vincent, with one of the guys, I want to point to, looking at the tower. It looks like we can each get on either side of the entrance. I'm just going to point to one side, and I want to stand by the other side and wait for a beastman to come through the gap, so we can.
You know that you'll be seen. Essentially, it's not that high.
Okay, well, I'm going to essentially do a...
And by the way, if you want to issue orders to them, that's a whole action. In fact, in this heavy thunderstorm, it's your whole turn.
Alright, well, I'm just... If we're so close... yeah, I want to stay back and let them come to me. That way, there's a better option for us to double team them at the gate.
Yes. On the towers...
Yeah.
If you stand side by side, 3 of you can fight pretty easily.
Yeah.
That's right next to the other. In the gap between the towers, let's just say that only one. Sorry, only one. No chance that it will be easier than that.
So I'm going to hold up my shield, kind of brace for the impact, and then hopefully the shield or the hammer bearers kind of get the point and get alongside me.
I'm actually going to roll for them. Okay. So, alright. So that's it. After that, we have Sean.
Leopold's intent was to shoot stuff with his crossbow. Can he see anything to shoot at?
You have your crossbow in your offhand, in that case.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you can see Lucas'
back.
I
see, because I only got one hand.
Yes.
I forgot about that. All right, well then, I guess I wouldn't do that, because, my original intent was, I thought we were going to have a chance to sit up there and shoot them from the battlement, but that is not the case, so I don't have it out, I guess. All right, I will try to hobble over and help Lucas strike this sucker down if I can.
You'll probably fall over.
Okay.
In this heavy rain, in this weather, with you being so exhausted, it's just asking for you to fall over. Remember that you don't have a normal crutch. I am basically bending the rules for you a bit. You just have this, stick. So what you can really do is just stand there in place and hoping that when one of them comes to you, you'll be able to defend yourself.
Okay, I'll be in my come at me bro stance then.
All right.
What we really need is that. You remember that movie with the guy with the baby and the stroller?
3 Men and a Baby?
No, the samurai movie where he kills. He's like Daddy Daycare of Death. I forget what the movie was. Did you ever see those movies?
No.
No.
Yeah, it was like a samurai, and he had like a kid in a cart that he'd push around, and stuff would fly out of it, and he'd chop people up with his samurai sword. It was awesome.
I need to see this one day.
I'm trying to remember what it was. I only saw it in passing a couple times. I might have been under the influence of something when I saw it mostly, so I don't know.
Okay. So in that case, I think it's now time for them. Let's make it from the left side. Vincent, two creatures come up the stairs and up the tower, but you know that behind them there are much more. Like, just as in Lucas' case, these things are scrawny and small, but still vicious. They are armed with spears. The hammer bearers are still behind you. Not sure what to do. You think you can hear them whimper a bit. The things come for you, each making a single attack, essentially. Nope.
Vincent?
I'm here. I'm just waiting for the rolls to show up.
Yeah, for some reason, Ro is like rolling very badly today. Yeah, so
That's fine.
But you were prepared.
Oh, I thought when he was saying that he was waiting for you to say something. I'm sorry.
Fortunately, you were prepared for them, and you've stopped all of their blows, all of their spear blows on your shield. So that was good. Now, right side. Lucas, there are beastmen in front of you. You are finding one. However, as you are finding him, you've immediately realized one thing. They are armed with spears. And the spears are very easy to use over the backs of your colleagues. What this means is that you're going to be speared. The first beastman, the one that you've managed to wound, tries to rip out your guts with its spear. What the fuck was with the 70s today? Seriously. The second one.
Good decade.
Oh yeah. The second one almost struck your head, but you've managed to just in time move your head to the side. However, behind them you can see more monstrous shapes scaling the walls.
So, I got kids in the next room. So I'm gonna describe what I'm gonna say instead of actually say it.
Okay.
But it's gonna be a highly expletive laden curse about curse, or an affront against Tau,
Okay.
and their mothers and their parentage and general things like that.
All right.
Because he is also concerned about making sure he looks like he's awesome while he's killing these people. Yeah,
All right.
that's the way his brain works now.
Yeah. So you are essentially just cussing like a sailor.
Well, for them being an affront against Tau.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Vincent, good for you. The hammer bearers go to your aid, and each one of them engages a single beastman. No. Funny enough, I don't think he hit. No, he actually did. Holy shit. Okay, let's see. Do they have great weapons? No, they don't. They only have single weapons. Single-hand weapons, sorry. Alright. The hammer bearers, Klaus and Ernst, with a prayer to Sigmar on their lips, they've engaged the two horrors trying to spear you, Vincent. One of them, you don't really know which one, failed to hit his creature, but the second landed a blow, and the beast was furious. So now we have next turn. Once again, we have Brian first, Leopold Fowlerbrand second, Then we have Lucas. Then we have Vincent. Then we have Leopold, the cripple. Then we have the Beastmen, and finally the Hammerbears. So, Sally?
Is Vincent red?
Yes, Vincent
Yes.
is red.
Okay. And the two blue guys, those are the hammer bears?
Yes.
Okay. So I can't really get over there. I'm Are there any mutants near me?
No, like I've said, there are no mutants with you. The mutants are everywhere but not here.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Leopold and Lucas, and I want to say the maiden that weighs our souls is blind, and may Sigmar have mercy on you. And I want to run out into the spears with my dagger out and yell for Sigmar.
You know that Lucas is essentially blocking your way, so you can't really
Okay, never
do
mind.
that.
I guess I just hang out. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, so
Keep on
so
chewing on your pipe.
he already lost it.
Uh,
Are there beastmen still trying to get up the walls near us?
Well, I'm going to actually like paint it, so you have a better idea. Shit. Sorry. Oh yeah, here it is. Great. You know that. Oh, yeah. Here and here, these are the places where the beastmen try to emerge. But from what you can hear, essentially, this place, and this place is also under assault.
yeah.
But you are to your right, I mean the right tower, the gap is so small that since Lucas is standing there, he actually, you can move past him and help him fight. If any of you would have spears, then sure. But you don't, so you can't. This place is just too small. And on the left side of the tower, the Hammerbears and Vincent are essentially holding the line against the Beastmen emerging from the catwalk to the left.
Mhm.
So Sally, I guess that what you did was, just to say these words, I presume with contempt and scorn.
I'll even spit before I do it.
Yeah, and even among the sounds of battle and the thunderstorm, all of you, even you, Vincent, all of you heard it. Sally's perhaps last words. After that, yeah. Sorry, what?
Yeah. Can I go over the wall and like take my chances, just fighting alone down there?
You don't think that there are any beasts down there? Not yet, at least.
You can
Okay.
you can
You
you
can-
can probably just go back downstairs. We're right by the stairs.
It's a ladder, actually. I think. Yeah, it's
Oh.
a ladder. You can,
Okay.
and you are rather weak. If you want to really, like commit a glorious suicide, then you can jump on the other side of the gate into the forest. But
Well, no,
it would be pretty weak.
I want to go out the way Sigmar would want,
Yeah,
fighting, not
Uh,
just splatting on a rock or something.
yeah.
They just like clear a path and you just hit the ground.
Splat.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be like a suicide. It's like I want to, like
Yeah,
know
you
what
want
I
to
mean?
do it right. Yeah.
Yeah, not like hanging from a tree or something, but like fighting.
Lucas, you can hear Leopold Falbrand crying, "Make way, Lucas! Make way! I want to fight the bastards too!" And that's his whole turn.
Okay.
After that, we have what? We have, I think, Vincent? Yes.
Okay. Well, the hammer bears have one each, I guess.
Yeah, but
I will.
you can see above the heads of the small, wiry beastmen, bigger shapes
Okay.
on the battlements, and their horns are much longer, and they don't have bestial faces; they have bestial heads.
All right. Well, I'm going to assist in attacking the. Now I have 2 attacks. Can I hit 1 attack on each one?
Yes.
I want to attempt to do that.
All right. So you roll for the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 2 attacks.
Okay.
No, you didn't. Oh, yeah, because you have the plus.
I have a -5,
Yeah,
but
but plus 5.
which I still would have passed without the bonus to double team. That's 1.
Wait. Let me quickly see. Right, so your first attack essentially bisected the creature from collarbone to the hip. It fell to the ground into pieces. Your glorious Nippon steel is sharp indeed. And the second attack, coming to the towards the second creature.
With the backswing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a miss.
This one, unfortunately. This one missed by a hair's breadth. Leopold. Sean, Leopold.
Yes.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. You mean me or the other?
No, you.
Since I still can't get in there, I yell to Lucas, "Hey, kill one of those with a spear so I can grab his spear and stab him with it."
All
right, there's a lot of pressure on Lucas.
Now Lucas is kind of laughing, in response to Sally. he's kind of like that. That just says it all, and he's just kind of like not there.
I understand.
Yeah.
All right.
And
that guy's crazy.
Crazy boy.
Go crazy. Don't mind if I do.
Yep.
By the way, Lucas, where was your place in initiative?
I had 43.
So in that case, you were supposed to be before Vincent. All right. So let's make you very quickly.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So, while Sally was giving his speech, I'm recognizing it because for his doom, Lucas is gonna laugh and say something about, well, the sword does only bring punishment or suffering. Yeah, but then so he heard the other Leopold.
Quick, everybody get their dooms in.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like he's kind of in this. It's kind of the dark humor of insanity at the moment.
Yeah.
He's going to try to scoot over a little so that the other Leopold will have room, but then he's going to use his 2 attacks to try to finish off this thing in front of him.
All right. Just like Vincent, you also see other shapes on the battlements.
Right. Yeah.
Large shapes. Large and terrifying in the gloom, in the darkness. Very well. Make your first attack against this creature.
Okay. Succeeded, even with my -5.
Yeah. Roll for damage. Your first X swing goes towards his head.
7.
7 minus. All right. You've managed to chop a large portion of its head, not off, but you've managed to remove one of its horns and make a deep gash in its head. The thing swayed, but it's still standing. Your second attack?
Okay. Let's switch back to that window. No.
Unfortunately, you were so sure that your first would succeed that your second was, how fast? You simply missed. Yeah. Now we go to Leopold the Cripple.
Yeah, so
Sorry for calling you that. It's like
no, it makes it clear who is who.
Yeah.
Since I can't get in, I'm just like, kill him so I can get his spear.
All right. All right. So now the beastman. Oh yeah, you already had your turn, but now it's like in a proper way made. Made in a proper way. Right. So let's start with Lucas. The beastmen here, they seem to understand that you're no easy target for them, and so they make their attacks more cautiously now, even though you can hear their angry snarls and brays. So the first one goes towards your leg. The spear goes rather low. Are you going to dodge or parry? I don't think you can parry.
Well, I can't parry because I just basically have that. So dodge, which is where is that?
Dodge is your agility. You have -5 base.
Here it is.
For the nope.
I'm gonna use a luck.
Okay.
Got it.
Oh, by the way, sorry, Lucas, you already had -5, I think, previously, according to my notes.
I did?
Yeah. Yeah, so you have -10.
Oh.
Sorry, man.
In that case, I don't know that I would have used my luck.
So, okay, so you don't have to. We can, like, rewind. I mean, do you take the hit in that case?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna take the hit because with a 38, I'd rather save that luck point for something more important.
So if you have 45, so -5, it would be 38. So it would make you after.
You want to use my luck point?
No.
Not now, Brian. It's not like you can freely use each other's luck points. Only when I say that you actually can. I mean, it's an option, but it's not always available. Especially since you have a death wish, and so I don't think it would be rather fair because you have nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying. So if you have 38, you're on pair with Sean. So now, which one of you has higher agility?
My agility is 48 naturally.
Sean?
So.
My agility is 43.
So in that case, it will be Lucas and then you, after Vincent. So to sum it up, it's like Sally, Leopold Fowlerbrand, Vincent, Lucas, Leo. I'm not going to use the word cripple because it's disrespectful. It's Leo, the Beastman for now, and finally Hammerbears. If someone would write that down, I would be very, very thankful, grateful for that, because I'm obviously going to forget about this.
Who's our note taker? I showed up late, so.
Oh yeah, by the way, who's?
I have no idea.
Who made notes last time?
I'm taking notes.
Okay.
Okay, but who took notes last time?
I thought
me.
Didn't you just? Okay.
Yeah.
You too, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's your.
So the attack order is Sally, Leopold, Leo F.
Leo F, yes. After that, Vincent.
Vincent, Lucas,
Leo,
and
Beastman. No, Beastman.
Beastman.
And the Hammerbears at the end.
So did I jump ahead of Lucas because of his negative?
Yes.
Is that what happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Since I'm a paranoid bastard, I'm actually going to check you, Vincent.
I'm at
actually,
a
you only
minus
have minus
5.
5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, the thing struck you, Andy, so I'm going to roll for damage. In this case, I don't think he did anything to you. It's like, sorry, so 4, 6, 6 total. To the leg.
Okay.
Anything passes?
Let's see. I have a toughness bonus, so it would be 2.
Okay, because remember that it also affects your toughness.
Oh, so 3 then.
Yeah. minus 10% goes to all your top stats. It affects your weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness, fellowship, agility, willpower, intelligence. All of this are minus 10. So in that case, alright, 3 goes through. How healthy are you now?
I'm assuming we came in at full.
No,
No.
of course you didn't.
I only have 5 wounds left.
Yeah.
I have one.
What was written in there was -2, but that seemed to have been from the last.
So you would be on 1. Because during those 2 days, you wouldn't be able to heal.
Now,
That said,
now
Nils,
I thought everybody got healed except for Vincent.
yes, but the
At least
question
to
is
some
for
point.
how much, and that's why notes are important, because I don't remember.
I thought Sally, Leopold, and Lucas all got back this roughly the same. I don't know if it was the same.
Let me see, maybe it's somewhere in the notes.
Well,
All I
we had
know is
we
I
all
didn't-
we got healed by the initiate. And
Yeah.
that's where I got from 1 hit point or 2 hit points to I think now 5 total. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and I thought Vincent was the only one that didn't get any healing, but I'm not sure on that.
Okay, so in that case, let's say, Andy, that you're also on 5.
5 total
Yeah.
now after those 3?
No,
Or,
you
5
were,
before.
Yeah, you were on 5.
So I'm on 2 total.
Yes. Because I mean, I would have to start the recording now, and obviously I'm not going to do this, and it's not in the notes, so I can't really do anything about it. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the second beastman after the first one, it also tries to stability, but it fails miserably. The second strike, you've managed to deflect it with the flat of your axe. Now, Vincent, you have another small beastman. Actually, another 2 small beastmen enter the tower. So there are like 3 of them right now, fighting the hammer bearers and you. Let's see, one hammer bearer. Yep.
Get him, Hammer Bear.
Yeah, he will try and, I guess, parry because he has dagger in his offhand. Second beastman. He missed. And your beastman, actually. It also missed. That said, yeah, there are more coming behind you. Okay, the hammer bears now. I remember why I dislike this combat so much. It's not very good. Just too much is going on here. Okay, so the first one. Nope. The second one. Okay, there is one more try. Yeah, it parried. Okay. Oh no, wait, it didn't.
Get him, Hammer Bear.
No, unfortunately he didn't. So, the situation is this, Vincent. You are standing shoulder to shoulder with the 2 hammer bearers. One of them is... It's obvious that he's struggling a lot, but the other is landing blows on his attacker, and he's actually managing to hurt the creature. That said, you can also see more beastmen coming up the stairs. Soon, it will get a hell of a lot uglier than it is now. In that case, we are now moving to next turn. Sally, you see that Lucas essentially made a gap. That said, if you move to the gap and fight alongside Lucas, both of you will have minus modifiers to combat, because it's still very, very tight. And these battlements are not made for for people fighting side by side, like the way that you're contemplating right now. So please, tell me what you're going to do.
Can I hold my action or like do something defensive?
You can take a defensive stance, or you can use one action to actually hold your turn after someone else's turn, but you only have one action then. Either way, so it's not really going to affect you in any way, I think.
I want to back up Lucas. Like I don't want to fuck anybody over.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna hold my ground for now.
Okay, so you're standing there, probably shouting curses, stuff like that. Right. After that, Leopold. Leopold is actually helping you, Lucas. He's making his way to your side and he's swinging his sword. That said, you quickly realize why that wasn't such a good idea. The two of you essentially are now like having hard time when it comes to movement and raising your weapons to fight. It's just too tight. That said, he does try.
All you can ask for.
Yeah, let's see how well he did. Unfortunately, he's more enthusiastic than anything, so his strike just essentially went over the beastman's head completely. Now, we have, I believe, Vincent. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to, I guess, attack the beastman in front of me.
Alright.
Swift attack. Okay, that's a hit.
You've decapitated it.
Alright. I guess I'll swing for the wounded one with my other attack.
You didn't declare this first.
Well, okay.
You need to declare all strikes. If you said that you're swift attacking the first one, I presume that all 3 attacks or 2 go towards the first. So what you did was essentially just to chop it up.
Alright.
Yeah. After that, we have Lucas.
Okay. I'm going to use my first attack on the guy I'm still fighting. Can I contingently decide what to do with the second attack? As in, like, if I kill the first one, then attack the next one?
You can't. You can't. You must declare your attacks first, and yeah.
Then I'm gonna lay into the first guy.
Okay. Nice. 0-1. Alright, let's see. Unfortunately, he blocked it with his shield.
Okay.
It would go right towards his eyes, or actually his neck, I think. Second one? No, his eyes, actually. Sorry.
Failed.
Failed. No, not failed, because Leopold was with you, but you have minus modifier because he is with you. Like he gives you
10 for that's unmodified. I have a negative 10 for being sick. So
yeah, like
that's 58 plus having him back me up minus having him back me up.
Yes.
So,
so that's actually these modifiers like come to 0 in this case. Okay. After that we have Leo.
Yeah. So I'm yelling at the other Leopold. Damn it! Grab a spear from one of the downed ones.
All right. Let's see if he'll hear it. Let's see. You hear, all right! And that's it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can't fit in there, and I can't walk by myself, apparently, so...
No, yeah, that's the problem, that you really can walk by yourself, because remember that you also have minus modifier to movement from your broken pelvis.
Right, exactly.
So essentially you have movement 0. I'm not even joking.
Yeah. And by the way, the name of that movie is Shogun Assassin. It's adapted from the manga Lone Wolf and Cub.
All right.
And they apparently made 6 movies in the series. Lone Wolf and Cub's Sword of Vengeance. They said that they made Shogun Assassin by recutting together the first 2 movies in the series. I don't know. But we're talking like 1980.
Okay. I actually need to check it out then.
Yeah, it's one of those that's in the back of my mind. But anyway, it's got a Wikipedia page if you look up Shogun Assassin.
Yeah, sure.
So,
no worries. All right, once again, let's see. The first beastman will try and attack you, Lucas. All right. He overstepped, and you've managed to disembowel him. With your axe. It fell. It fell to the. Well, it fell on the battlements. Let's just say that it fell on the battlements. Slumped against the wall of the inn. It's dead. The second beastman will try and stab Leopold. Goes towards his eye. Leo will try and...
not die.
Well, I mean, he can dodge because he gave his dagger to Sally. So he'll try and dodge. And unless he has 41 agility, he failed. He has 42 agility, so...
Nice.
Yeah, just in time.
Great job not dying there, Leo.
Thanks, man.
I'd like to look at the positives here.
Yeah. Yeah, that said, Lucas, you see that there are plenty more to come on the battlements. You can see dark shapes fighting in the distance, in the gloom. Probably with the mutants. But you can also see, or at least you think that you can hear them, like moving from the battlements already to the interior of the Reaper's bounty. Like, I mean the complex, not the inn itself necessarily. Alright, Vincent. A beastman appears, and it's a big one. It's a damn big one. Heavily muscled, with long horns covering its head, armored and armed. It approaches you, swinging a heavy, like mace. You think? It actually fails. Okay. Now the beastman fighting the hammer bears. The first one hits. No, sorry, it doesn't hit. 44 not. Oh shit.
What's the 8-bit video game? Is that
No,
your
that's
washer?
my
It must be the
dryer,
washing
yeah.
machine. or the
It's
dryer,
a Samsung dryer that it. And hold on just a second. You're gonna hear it play the tune it normally plays when I open it up.
I know. I think we heard something before, and I was like, "Are you playing Nintendo?"
Yeah, it's. I am not a fan of washers and dryers. By the way, I would not recommend one.
Yeah.
And the
I
washer-
got around that by having them be over 20 years old, so they don't have all that fancy stuff.
Yeah. Well, what's bad is these came with the house, and
Yeah.
We had an older set. It was perfectly great washer dryer. It's just older, and we're like, ooh, front loading, brand new. We're like, yeah, let's keep these and sell our old on Craigslist.
Okay. Let's make the second attack. The first attack of fail. Vincent, you see that? I mean, you rather heard that the hammerbird to your left smashed the skull of an over enthusiastic beastman.
Huzzah!
Okay, done.
That's the
Hey,
sound
it's my
you make.
laundry day.
And beastman to your other side is also held at bay by the second hammer bearer.
Wonder if that elf is still alive.
Well, if I make it through and he doesn't, I'm taking that sword.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
I don't know.
Somebody just died.
Actually, yeah, actually, Vincent, the second hammer bearer managed to aid you and smash the creature that just emerged and is fighting you for a rather hefty damage.
All right, high fives, like Top Gun beach volleyball high five.
Yeah. The beast fell back. It actually splattered you with its black gore. Now we have next round, but let's take a short break. I need to make myself some coffee. Be right back.
Yep. Good idea.
I'll be back. All right, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back.
I'm here. The heck was that?
That's my my phone.
Oh.
It's on. It was buzzing. Getting text messages. Yeah, I guess I need to buy my own headset that I can actually mute. I keep using ones from work, and like this one, when I first got it muted, but now the mute apparently doesn't work anymore. And
I got a decent wireless one, but since it's wireless, it's nice that it's wireless, but like it charges slower. Depending on the outlet, it charges slower than its battery life.
yeah,
So I have to like run up and grab the better charger. Otherwise, like even if it's plugged in, I'll lose battery.
yeah, I need to get one. We're talking about moving out of state to a place that's a little cheaper, where we can actually get a house of a decent size. And I think if we do that, I will probably get one then, because I will probably have a bigger area that I will usually game in, as opposed to like now where I just go wherever my wife isn't using. So,
What part of the world are you looking?
we're looking at Florida,
Okay.
because I'm allowed to work from home, and she owns her own business, and all her clients are in Florida, and she's originally from Florida. So,
Sounds like a pretty positive move then. What
Yeah.
You looking at a particular area of Florida?
well, so she's originally from South Florida, but her clients are out of Orlando. And so we were originally looking outside of Daytona, in the couple of nice suburbs there with some really good schools for the kids. But because I if I'm going to be in Florida, I would prefer to be near the beach. Not on the beach, that's too much, but near it. And so when we went on vacation to Florida this couple of weeks ago, we were looking in that area, and she didn't like it as much as she was hoping she would. So, we're not 100% sure yet, because part of the problem is she kind of wants South Florida, South Florida environment, but near Orlando for her work. And so we can take advantage of Disney and stuff like that. We got kids and all, so so we're not that sure right now. We're kind of stepping back a little, and kind of rediscussing some ideas.
I've been to Jacksonville and the Panhandle, but that's just barely into Florida in both cases.
Yeah, they're not. I hate Jacksonville and Panhandle. I mean, that's all very, very southern. Central Florida is like half southern, half like beach bums. If you're near the coast, and then Orlando is just like any other commuter city. And then South Florida is South Florida. It's kind of its own thing culturally. But the climate's also even a little bit different. It's hotter, but it's also windier. So
they say South Florida is like the capital of the Caribbean.
Yeah, South Florida is.
And it really is, if you think about it. It's like, outside of Rio, which isn't the Caribbean anymore, it's the largest population city.
Yeah. So, like I said, we're not 100% sure right now. We weren't going to move for a year anyway, because we want to get my daughter in actual school instead of preschool, so that she's not around the house while I'm trying to work all day.
I'm here. Sorry, guys.
Cool.
Oh, no worries.
Okay. So, new round. Sally, you're up.
Sorry,
I just
pretty
need
much where
to
it was
do
before, right?
very one quick thing. Sorry. Yeah, because I forgot about Leopold had a minus to his dodge, and that's a 10. Okay. So that's
Did we just lose Leopold?
he has fate points, but he just lost one probably.
As he ducks down to pick up a spear, he gets stabbed in the face.
He stabs himself in the spear. It's like a rake. He steps on the spear wrong. And hits him.
Okay, I'm actually going to take. Fate point. Sorry, critical hit for him. Lucas, just as like a little retro action, just as you were essentially dispatching your beastmen, the second one managed to land a blow on Leopold's face. Unfortunately, Leopold screamed, and we shall see how badly he got hit. Okay, it's actually -7.
Welcome to the Cripple Club.
Yeah, seriously.
I was say Lucas is waiting to tell him that chicks dig scars.
Especially when they're all over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what the
Deadpool
hell? I'm
was on TV
going.
last night.
Going to take the roll. Oh, well, I guess that's it then.
He died?
Well, he lost fate point.
Ah.
Yeah, Lucas, you saw with like in the corner of your eye with this. Well, dismay. Maybe you don't really care. You probably don't.
No.
That yeah, I guess so. That Leopold was struck by a spear, cried out in agony, and fell over the battlements.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Dun 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 dun.
Another one bites the dust. Yes. So that's it. Now we have Sally. You also saw what happened, and you too, Leo.
Mhm.
Yeah. We have Leopold down. We have Leopold down.
Like down? Like he has fate points, right?
Yes, yes. Well,
Yes,
I
but
mean,
we don't know
But
that.
you don't know that.
But
of course.
he like passed. Yeah.
Like, who's gonna carry me around now? God damn it.
That's actually a very good question.
Sally.
I still
come over here.
can't. Can I try to pull him away?
Who?
Leopold, right?
No, he went over.
I
other-
said
the
that
other
he went
Leopold.
over the battlements.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
already out of the picture. Did he fall inside the courtyard or
No,
outside the walls?
Outside the walls.
Oh, awesome.
Which honestly might be the saving grace, because if they're all inside already, they're not going to notice him outside.
Perhaps. That said, you probably have something else
That's
to
a
worry about.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah,
So-
and that's assuming we survive anyway, and then because if they carry the day, then they got all the time in the world.
Yeah. So, Sally, what are you going
Can
to
I
do?
jump down with Leopold?
You want to jump down from the tower?
Yeah. What's the drop like?
This is the extra Leopold, right? It's
Yes.
not our Leopold.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
extra Leopold.
He likes extra Leopold better than the real Leopold.
Yeah, you sure you can jump down.
It looks like it's about
6
2
meters.
stories. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, 6 meters only?
Okay, never mind.
Go nuts.
I immediately regret this
and I-
decision.
I still can't effectively help Lucas yet, right?
You can, because the place has been vacated.
Although you did see that it was not a great idea.
The walls stand nearly 15 feet tall.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Okay, that's like 5 stories to me.
It's far enough that I wouldn't want to jump it unless I had to.
Yeah.
Unless my other choice was dying on top of the wall.
Right.
Well,
So-
if I could aim like right for you, like you could break my fall.
Sally, please, what's your
it's
declaration?
the other Leopold that fell off.
I'm gonna back Lucas up.
So you approach Lucas and you... Alright, and you actually try and fight... I mean, you will try and fight the beastman, because right now Lucas is not fighting. He killed his beastman, and the beastman behind him, like behind the first one, dropped Leopold. So you can either stand by Lucas, or you can move past him and engage the second beastman. What do you want to do?
I want to get the one Lucas doesn't see.
I mean, he sees him. He's not yet engaged with him. Okay, so you're moving past Lucas and you try and stab the beastman. Okay, roll
Yeah.
for damage. You run towards the beastman. No, not. And you try to shank it, but the beast has none of it, unfortunately. In that case, yeah, so Leopold is out of the picture. So now it's Vincent.
All right. So the big beastman is still up,
Yes.
right? All right. Well, I'm gonna take a swing at him.
Okay. You have +10.
All right. And there's two. Are the other 2 dead? I know one's dead.
One is dead, but there are many more behind the big one, and they're all big as well.
All right. I want to throw both attacks at the big one.
Roll.
The hit, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, that should have hit.
Roll for damage. It goes towards its arm.
Okay, so it's 4, 5 plus 4 is 9.
All right. You've just let me see.
In 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. You felt that you've cut through the thing's armor, but not much.
Okay.
Next one.
Okay, that's still a pass. Let's see, minuses. So it's a minus for the second attack. That is still a hit.
Yeah, so roll for damage.
All right, that's quite a bit better. So 13 total.
Okay. Right. Your second blow cut deep through the thing's torso. It howled in pain, but it's still in the fight.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Okay, so let's see.
Tough monsters.
Yep. Now we have Lucas. Sally just, run past you, and it tries to strike at the creature.
Okay. I assume that's the nearest one to me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna put both attacks into it.
Well, first of all, you need to approach it.
Oh,
Sally didn't declare that he's making way for you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna approach it and then swing over Sally. You approach it and attack.
You can't. Sally's in front of you.
I can't.
You can't attack
okay.
it. No.
Okay.
If you had a spear, you could. Without it, no chance.
Is there a spear on the ground I can pick up?
Roll for perception.
Yes.
Yeah, you see dead beastman's spear laying on the ground.
I'm gonna pick that up. I assume that's gonna take all my actions this turn.
So I presume you switch the X to your offhand. You pick the spear up.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Right, Leo, you're left alone on the battlements.
And I've got the spear that was intended for you.
Yeah, you have the spear.
Damn it.
Sorry, man.
So I'm just like sitting over here with my hatchet and my thing, and Sally and Lucas are over towards the X on the right, right?
Yeah.
And do I have a sense of which way? So he fell sort of towards the corner, towards the X, Leo.
Leo fell. I'm going to actually paint it for you.
Yeah.
He fell.
Yeah. Okay.
Somewhere here. Yeah.
So I don't know how this works exactly, but from my position, I'm going to try to get over closer to that corner and closer to that, so below the arrow going towards the X, because that's where Sally and Lucas are.
All right.
I'm going to try to go over there and.
But the problem is that you can't.
Okay. So then I can't do anything. So I just sit
It's
there.
impossible in your current situation. You can't really move. You can barely stand up using this stick.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I just stand there and go, get him, guys.
Yeah.
Moral support.
Let's start with
Send them
Sally.
over here this way, and I'll bite their kneecaps.
Dual wielding pom poms.
Yeah. Okay, I've struck the second one. The second attack struck Sally. I mean, no, the second attack did not strike Sally. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it botched with the.
Yeah, that's essentially a problem with Warhammer. The higher tier, I mean, the enemies at some point just become absurdly weak.
We are all once there.
Well, I mean, the thing is I think most of the characters aren't expected to live long enough.
Yeah, I mean, I am changing them a bit, but it's still. Okay, so Brian, you here?
Yeah.
Okay, the first beastman that's fighting with you, it missed. That said, behind it is a second one with a spear, and it stabs you in the chest. Are you going to dodge, I presume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you've managed to dodge just in time. Vincent, another huge beast enters the fray, and together with its compatriots, so to speak, they begin to land blows on you. First one hits right in the arm. Are you going to dodge or parry?
Parry. Well, let's see. What's my dodge? They're both pretty good, I think. I'll just parry though.
Okay.
It's a shield. Do I get a bonus to parrying for the shield?
No, you don't.
Oh, that's okay. Alright,
I mean,
so that...
wait, no, I think you do. Yeah, I think the shield... Yeah, the shield gives you +10. So even with minus...
Well, then that's a pass.
Okay.
It's a wash, otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, not a wash, but...
So the second beastman makes 3 attacks.
Jesus.
First one hits.
Yeah, it does. I guess I need to dodge this one, right?
Yeah.
It's already parried. Okay. That's success.
The second one hits
Jesus.
right in the balls.
Right in the balls. Alright, so do I parry then?
No, you can't.
Can I dodge?
You can't.
So I can't do anything?
I think you can spend luck point on making additional dodge. I just need to very quickly check it.
No, I have a shield and a sword.
Yeah, but you didn't declare parrying. You've made multiple attacks.
Yeah.
So you only have 1 automatic parry from your offhand and 1 dodge.
Okay.
And after that, essentially, you can do anything except for... Yeah, here it is. Yeah, you can actually use your 1 luck point to do additional parry or dodge.
Oh, so I can...
Yeah.
I can spend... Alright, I think I need to because I don't have any wounds.
How much fate luck points do you have?
I have... I didn't use any today, did I?
No.
So I have 3, so I'll use 1. And then that gives me either 1, a dodge or a parry, or just one of those.
1 dodge or parry, not dodge and parry.
Alright, well I'll do the parry.
Okay.
And that is a fail.
+10 minus...
5.
No, it's a pass, I think. Because shield gives you +10. And you also have -5 from your sickness.
Yeah, so that I think that's still a fail.
That's still a fail because it would be 65.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 67, sorry. Yeah, okay. My bad. Yeah. So in that case... It's, 6... 7... Okay, I need to quickly check this out. Yeah, here it is, sorry. 6... 12... okay, so it's like 12 points on damage to your groin, which means that you subtract your armor, subtract your toughness, multiply by 2.
Alright, well, I'm gonna have to use a fate point. Because I only have 1 wound and I only have a toughness. I have a toughness of 5, and what armor is it? Body or legs?
It's body.
Okay, so yeah, I only have 1 armor there.
You are castrated. Essentially. You've lost your manhood.
Fate point.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fate point.
In that case, it looks something like this. The first beast emerged on the battlements and distracted you. You've managed to block its attacks, but the second one piled in. And while you were almost supernaturally fast, you didn't saw the sneak attack coming from below. The the thing smashed you in your crown jewels, lift you up, and over the battlements. You can hear, all of you, the rest of the party, you can hear Vincent essentially splat on the ground below.
Now, can I not use a fate point to re-roll anything, or was that just the luck?
You can't use fate points to reroll anything.
Okay.
Since you've taken fate point to survive, yeah, you know, you've lost something, and that something was your entire manhood. So you're an eunuch now. Yeah. Right.
Not like he was using it anyway.
Yeah, let's be honest, he wasn't. Yeah.
He's like a priest, warrior priest, basically.
Yeah.
And
Right.
now you can always retire to sing soprano when the choir.
The choir.
Yeah.
Ooh, 88.
Yeah, and that was a hammer bearer. You've also heard behind you a scream and then a horrible gurgle. You think from one of the hammer bearers. Actually, you know, you've heard one of them shouting, "Ernst, no!" Yeah. So, round 2. Sally.
I guess I'm gonna make another attack.
Alright. Oh, nice. You are really weak. Really, really weak. Too weak to do anything, essentially. You're not even slashing your knife, you're just like scraping it over the thing's shield. That was your first attack. I presume you make your second?
Yeah.
But yours...
No,
no way. I mean, your second, I think, would pass on 0-1, I think. Since you're using
29 would have passed, I think.
Yeah, remember that you're using your offhand and you have, like, what? Sally has, like, minus 15 to all stats.
Yeah.
So, oh, and you also have minus 20 to weapon skill, strength and agility test, because your wounds are not fully restored. So your basic modifiers to weapon skill are minus 35. Okay, after that, we have Leopold is no longer here, so we have Lucas.
Okay.
Wait, no, Lucas, Vincent. Oh yeah, Vincent is laying, essentially holding his crotch, wheezing. Yeah, so we do have Lucas.
So I'm going to take the spear and attack over Sally.
Yes, you can.
The thing. And
All right.
I've got 2 attacks. Can I use them both? Or
You need to... well, yes, you can. You can.
Okay.
You can.
All right. So
Plus 10 from Sally. Sorry. That was childish.
okay. Well, that was the first attack. So the second attack.
Was that a success?
No.
No, because I have negative 10.
I
so
mean,
plus 10.
69 is always a success, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Yeah,
So my
baby.
second attack,
Oh.
I'm going to luck point that.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, nice. That the second
There
one
you go.
was good. Nice. Okay. Yeah, your second attack. You've almost lost the grip on your spear. However, you've managed to cut it just in time, and almost drove it into the thing's face. But it managed to block on its shield. Unfortunately. Leo, now you've heard what happened behind you. You know that it's only it's only a matter of seconds before the beasts will be upon you.
Okay. Can I
Yes.
get down on my hands and knees, essentially, and crawl over to position myself in the way of the gangway coming from Vincent's side?
Yes.
Okay. I will do that.
That's some martyr level shit.
Yeah, I was expecting you to say you were going to pull your crossbow back up and just prop yourself up and wait for things to come in the door that way.
But the point is that I'm completely out of position because I was posted up to shoot down over the battlement, and then that never happened. So now I've just been sitting here doing nothing. So trying to get into a position where I can actually do something.
So you are essentially laying down
Mm-hmm.
in a small in a small space between the two towers
Mm-hmm.
with your weapons. You do know that actually attacking from this position is disadvantageous to you.
Right, but I mean, well, what else can I do? I can't do anything. I've
Yeah.
been standing and I mean, I can't walk. I can't do anything. So I
Yeah.
might as well crawl somewhere.
Okay, so you're preparing to make your stand there. Very well. So that was your declaration. So now we have the Beastmen. Let's start with the Hammer Bearers. Well, impressive, but no. Yes, I mean that's the last Hammer Bearer. No, he's not that good. Okay. Okay. Oh, I think the second one just. Leopold, as you went down, to lay on the wet stones of the upper walls, you saw in the gloom essentially something coming high up into the air and falling right next to you. It's a head.
Okay.
A head of a very surprised hammer bearer.
Ah.
In the darkness in front of you, monstrous shapes approach you. But first, we have Sally. Sally, you are being stabbed. The first strike goes right past your arm. The second one goes right towards your chest. Dodge, man.
Okay.
Remember that you also have... No. Luck?
Sure.
Remember that you have minus 35 to your agility tests as well.
Well, then that would be a failure.
Yeah. The first strike... it's for 6 in the chest.
Okay.
How much passes through?
I have 3 armor, 3 toughness.
Nothing. All right. So the second beastman. It strikes your leg. Nothing. Okay. Good rolls today. Good rolls. The second beastman essentially, the second beastman's first strike essentially just slid, over your trousers, but the beast's second strike went right towards your arm.
Hey, I don't know. He doesn't have an arm for it to go right towards.
Yeah, 50% chance that it'll miss.
Yeah.
Well, in that
Back at your
case,
sleeve.
it goes towards the chest. For 7 this time, so 1 passes.
Okay.
So how much do you have?
7.
Okay. After that, yeah, no more hammer bears, so we return to you. What's your plan? You know that you're way out of your head. You are essentially just putting yourself in danger. If that's your plan, then fine, but just so you know. It's more than risky, the thing that you're doing now. Sally?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas is still up here with me, right?
Behind you, yes.
Yeah.
He's stabbing with
I'll
his
stay up here
spear
with Lucas,
over your head.
Yeah.
So?
I'll attack again with the dagger. I need like 9 or something. Is that right?
Minus 35 you have, so yeah.
Close.
And you're off hand, so another minus 10, so minus 49. I think it could be even minus 20, so it's minus 59. No.
So essentially, you need to roll a 1.
Yes. You're half dead, and you are trying to stab someone. The first attack fails. The second one. Sally?
Oh, sorry.
Looks like
Somebody
they both
called me
failed.
and it muted this. What did you say?
Second attack, please. Or do you decide to parry?
I already rolled.
Yeah, it's a 73.
Oh yeah, so the 2 attacks. All right. Yeah. So once again, sorry, your your attacks are just too weak to penetrate their defenses. After that, we have, of course, Lucas.
I'm gonna scream something to the effect of "Die, you goat-headed abominations," or freaks or something, and jam the spear in twice.
All right. Roll.
Hit.
Yeah. Let me see now. Quickly. Unfortunately, it paired with the shield. These things are fast.
Okay.
They are bestial, but they know how to fight. The second attack.
Oh.
Nope.
Missed.
Yeah, second attack missed completely. And now we have Leopold. I suggest you take defensive stance. As funny as that sounds.
Yeah.
Because they will have minus 20 to hit you.
Okay. Yeah. I try to drag myself up along the wall.
All right.
to be able to stand and take defensive stance. Come at me, bro.
You won't be able to stand, unfortunately.
Okay, well then I'll just try to defend myself as best I can.
It's just defensive lay down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the things do come for you. First comes a runt with small horns on its shaggy head, and it stabs you. You are laying, so it has modifiers, but it also has minus modifiers. So it misses completely. Behind him, you see large horned shapes trying to get past him, but right now they can't. Boom, boom, boom. And so we move to next round of combat. And all of you, I mean, except of course Vincent, roll for perception, ear-based perception.
I passed.
There are minus modifiers essentially also because it's a thunderstorm, but I think you've still passed. Brian? Okay.
Yeah.
Sean, you've passed actually. Yeah, you've passed. Brian, roll please. Okay. Oh, you don't hear anything except the sound of blood thundering in your head. Leopold and Lucas, what you've heard is that essentially there are now there are way too many triumphal roars coming from the battlements and from inside the inn's perimeter, and there are very, very few shouts of defiance, made by the mutants, the changed. You don't hear Lorinok as well, but perhaps it's because he likes to fight in silence, you don't know. You think you still hear the of Vincent laying somewhere down below.
Sorry, do we hear the Sigmarite priest squealing?
No, you don't, and you don't really know what's what is going on with Father Johannes and Nils. Yeah.
I just assume he's dead.
Well, Sally, new round. Still stabbing?
As long as Lucas is.
Okay. So stab. Oh, nice. You have 1 luck left. I think, from being lucky.
I should only have 1 luck, period.
Yeah.
I think I used it, didn't I?
You used a luck for sure. I
Yeah.
thought you had the lucky.
That's all I
attribute.
have, because I have 0 fate, so lucky would give me 1 luck.
Okay, so in that case, I am going to open Apocrypha now.
I'd like to be the first to welcome our new Beastmen overlords.
Hey, with them the taxes are lower.
Yeah.
Sally, roll D100. I mean, there are no taxes because they'll eat you.
Yeah.
36. So in that case, it is like yeah. Roll D6.
D6.
And then roll D8. Okay. Now roll D8, please. 5. Okay. All right, Lucas. What happened was this: Sally, with a yell of defiance, oh! He tried to slash the thing, but he made a motion, and he made a motion so violent and over the top that his dagger flew from his hands behind him. Sally, roll. Actually, no. You know what, Lucas? You're going to roll.
Okay.
1-5. The dagger hits you.
A D10.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dagger
Woo.
whistled past your ear. And Leopold, as you're preparing to, sell your life dearly, you've heard something clanging behind you on the cobblestones. I mean, on the stones of the parapet. You don't know what it is. Sally, you're defenseless. You can make second attack with your fist, if you wish so.
Can I try to pull a Beastman off the wall with me?
You can try with, like, what, minus 35 modifier?
I mean, I would need ones or something anyway.
Yeah. Yes, but not now, because you've already declared what you're going to do. So, are you attacking? You don't have to attack with your bare hands if you don't want to.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'll wait till next turn then.
All right. In that case, we have now Lucas. You saw what happened. Sally lost his weapon.
Yeah, I'm gonna double my attempt so that he can sneak out if he needs to, and obviously.
Yeah.
Not doubling, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna definitely make sure to keep attacking.
Okay.
So that he can make a retreat if he needs to.
All right. Roll in that case for your weapon skill. Nice.
Oh, and I'm gonna use my last luck.
Okay. Nice.
It says, if we don't survive this, Lucas, tell your mother I loved her.
Oh my god. Lucas, mom. Anyone remember that,
She's got it going on.
Yeah. Good times. Lucas,
Just like Lucas's mom.
For some reason, I don't think that Lucas had a house with a pool. But, call me crazy, unless we are talking about the...
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
You said you're taking notes, right?
No.
No, you said you usually take notes as well, right?
Oh, sometimes I do, but just at the end for XP and stuff.
Okay, I lost some of the combat. I exited out of the thing without saving.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I was not capturing that, but it's pretty easy to recap. We suck, and we're gonna die.
I mean,
yeah.
It's also recorded, so don't worry.
The last thing I have is the first hammer bearer fell dead.
Well, the second one, his head came flying past me as I crawled to get into position.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, we're all
No.
going down. That's what matters.
His head is in
Just
front
like
of you.
Lucas's mom.
oh, okay, it landed in front of me. Sorry, I thought it
Yeah.
went over my shoulder.
Right, Lucas, you've almost lost the grip on the spear. You've managed to hold it just in time, but unfortunately the beast blocked your strike. Your second attack.
Is going to come with a frustrated scream.
Yeah. And yeah, your second attack just went completely, off target. In this case, now we have Leopold. You are laying in front of a wiry beastman that's trying to stab you.
Okay. Well, last time I fought from the ground, I was able to kill that guy. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you have minus. Just let me see, because fighting from the ground has a huge disadvantage.
Yeah.
I think it's minus 20 actually. Just let me very quickly check this. Yeah, it is. Yeah, minus 10.
Oh, only minus 10. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess my weapon skill right now is at 43, so 33. Ha ha!
Remember
Yeah,
also about your other minus modifiers.
But
But
I mean, I
yeah,
baked in a lot of my modifiers. So that I'm working off of like minus 15 or something in my skills. I already put
Yeah.
all that in. My
Okay.
weapon skill is an 18 right now.
Okay, yeah, you've still managed to hit it. It will try and block the strike, and it did. Managed
Oh,
to.
come on. You can't let him block that strike.
Yeah, it managed to, put its shield between you and your weapon. I mean, itself and your weapon. From up close, you think that its shield is like covered in something that's probably skin. You don't really want to think about which skin it is. What kind of skin it is.
And then, of course, in my excitement, I forgot to declare my thing. So I guess that's my attack.
No. What did you want to do? Other than
Well,
that?
I have 3 attacks now. 'cause I
So
just did
you
mine.
can use all 3 if you wish to.
Okay. Yes, I do.
Remember that just the second one is minus 10, and the
Right,
third
right.
one is minus 20.
Well, I already had minus 10, so minus 20 for the second one
Oh yeah.
because I'm fighting around. So that's a 23.
No! It's going to dodge. Is it going to dodge? No, it did not.
Is that a critical, by the way?
Yes, it is. It is 0-1, which means that you've just put your sword into its eye. Raw damage.
So I get +1 for strike mighty blow or some
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this is when you have to shout something like, "Do you see me now, motherfucker?"
Yeah, something like
As you're stabbing him in the eye.
that. Okay, so D10 +1. Thanks.
Oh.
My god. That is so weak.
But fortunately, I mean, no armor and no toughness is taken into account in here, so it just
And
lost.
don't you double
No.
damage
Not
heads?
not in this case, because I'm using a custom like table, and in the case of ice, which is like 1%, you don't double the damage, but you also don't use the target's modifier,
Okay.
the target's toughness and armor modifier.
Okay, so that's kind of like the trade-off.
Yeah, it's actually a very good trade-off, honestly, because Ulrich's Fury, is still works here. Yeah, so you've just slashed your sword across the side of its head.
That's a hatchet. Yeah.
Hatchet, sorry. It roared, but it's still in the fight. Your third attack.
Get it. So this is now, I need a 13. Or better.
Oh,
Oops. I will use my last luck point to not fumble.
you had 2, right?
Yeah, and this is my last
Okay.
one.
So your last luck point goes.
I miss.
Yeah, you've almost lost the grip on your hatchet, but fortunately, it's still in your hands. And now the thing is pissed, and it stabs at you furiously. Nope. Yup. The first strike. Just let me quickly. The first strike missed. It hit the stones right next to you. The second, it went to your leg.
Okay.
Your poor legs.
Why not?
You can. I don't think you can block. No, I mean you can block, obviously, because you don't have anything to block with. You can dodge, but it's minus 20.
Yeah, okay, I figured.
So
Alright,
minus 20 and minus 15. And wait, an additional minuses from your minus 10 from broken pelvis. You only have minus 10 to all stats, so minus 20 total. Actually, all dodge blow tests are very hard.
Yeah.
Well, so it's like minus.
Yeah.
So it's like minus 50 now total, because very hard is minus 30, minus 10 from broken pelvis, minus 10 from the sickness, minus 50, and minus 70 from laying on the ground.
Minus. Okay. Well, so essentially on a 1.
Yeah, you're like a person who doesn't.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have control over his, lower half, and you try to roll from someone who tries to kill you. So,
He's standing on top.
Yeah. And well, it's 14 damage to the leg.
Okay, well, let's see here. Well, I do have actual armor on my legs. That wasn't destroyed.
Yes.
And toughness, so that's minus 6. So that would still be 8 getting through, and I have 5. So that would take me to minus 3. I'm
on this. Okay, I'm not saying anything.
All right. So just for the sake of argument, I have 1 fate point.
Yeah.
So just using your last fate point is just like using any other fate point.
What do you mean?
Well, so nothing bad happens other than that you just used your last fate point, right?
You can use fate points in 2 ways. You can use fate points in 2 ways. You can use fate point to essentially dodge the blow. By divine intervention, the blow missed you. You're still in the fight. You can still die next turn. Or you can use your fate point and survive the combat, but that can also leave you without any balls. And I'm honestly of a mind, since the spear is coming towards your leg. No, just kidding.
We can be the ballless brothers. All right. Well,
Brother.
yeah, I'm gonna use the fate point to not die, and I guess be knocked unconscious or whatever it is that happens to you.
Okay.
Because I mean, otherwise I am just dead.
Well, you would be on minus 3.
Well, but I
Don't
would
do
take.
it.
No, wouldn't I take a critical with minus 3?
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I've already taken so many criticals on my legs. It's not worth it to me. I mean, the character is already pretty much useless, so he's just gonna try to not die and see what happens.
Oh, by the way, Vincent, remember about adding a single insanity point to your character sheet.
All right. So actually, that would cause me to go insane now, right? Because now
it will cause
9.
you to roll with all the modifiers. So it will cause you to roll with a minus 10%.
On willpower?
Yes, it will. Indeed.
Nope.
No, and it's actually a botch, but so in that case, to each its own, as they say. You also gain additional 4 after gaining an insanity.
Okay. So now I have 4 insanity points.
Yeah, what happened was that creature's spear severed your almost severed leg at the knee. Sorry. You've blacked out after experiencing the biggest agony of your entire existence. You didn't even have the strength to scream, essentially. You're just out. And your mind is fractured, probably forever. Fractured and sent into the deepest pits of darkness. Okay. We've already dealt with Sally. Now, no, not yet. It was Leopold. So now, Sally, you're weaponless, essentially, and you're standing in front two monsters who are desperately trying to shank you. And for some reason, I really like the word shank.
I want to go over the wall and take one of them with me.
It's their turn now.
Oh,
so
okay.
Before you can do this, they will actually.
Well, one day, that's what I want to do.
Yeah. They will actually just try to, slay you, and since you are weaponless, they will have much easier time to doing so.
Now Sally needs to yell over his shoulder to Lucas, "Toss me!"
Nobody tosses a halfling.
I saw it in a game of Blood Bowl once.
Not the sideburns!
Just let me quickly check one thing.
Not the foot pubes!
Okay. That's what they code, really?
In Tylea they are.
It pretty much is.
Alright. Yeah, so they also have additional 10% for fighting against a weaponless enemy. Okay, so let's do this. No, even with first one. Alright, once again, the first one, somehow it missed. The second one, the second strike of the first beast, managed to hit you in the leg. You can dodge with your a lot of minus modifiers. I don't think I'm pretty sure that you failed that. Minus 15. Minus 20. Minus 35. So no, unfortunately not. But fortunately for you, nothing happened. Once again, the blow went over your trousers. The second strike goes to your head. And how much armor do you have on your head?
3.
And the first strike, the last strike of this creature goes towards your balls.
Man, these guys like ball shots.
And yeah, this one...
That's their banner.
It's 12, essentially.
They have some of those balls hanging from their...
Remember, Sally, your name was once Sally Balls.
Sally Bolus.
So, how much do you have on your... It's like 6... you parry 6 damage total, and then we multiply the rest times 2, so it's 12 total. 12 total pass. How much toughness do you have? How much health do you have?
3 toughness and 3 armor.
No, how much health do you have? Sorry, how much health do you have left?
I have 7 wounds left.
So you're on minus 5 now. Essentially, the beasts are striking you so fast, they are, opening small nicks on your face.
Wait, that's multiplied after armor?
Yes, that's multiplied after armor and after toughness. They're opening small nicks on your face, on your chest, on your legs and arms, until one of them just rammed its spear into your groin. So you're on minus 5. In that case, all you have left is to take the critical.
Mm-hmm.
So let's roll. Oh. Well. Gentlemen, after 4 years of playing together, the time has come for the first character to unfortunately die. Lucas, in slow motion you saw the spears of the beasts slash at Sally. But he was still standing. It was like he was indestructible. But and you remember many months ago when you first met him, when he introduced himself, Sally Bowles. You'd never thought back then that that the last strike that actually would put him down would be to his groin. Sally, the spear tore through your abdomen, removed your manhood, removed your intestines, your bowels. It's fucking loud. Stop with this. Sorry.
That's funny that it's loud because I could barely hear it.
Oh.
On my phone, and it was my phone playing that.
Yeah, it removed everything from your bottom half. The agony is overwhelming. You feel and hear something falling from you like a waterfall of feces and blood splashing at the stone of the battlements of this Sigmar forsaken place. You slowly fall to the ground, and it finally hurts no more. Yeah. Rest in peace, Sally.
I'm actually really anxious to play those other characters, though.
So yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I didn't just want to jump off the walls, but I was thinking about it for a long time.
Well, I mean, that's just it. You were having, I mean, the Sally as a character was getting very difficult to play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was impossible. I didn't have an arm.
Yeah.
I had like 3 mental illnesses. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was essentially almost unplayable, and I understand that. But now Sally is finally at peace, hopefully. Although knowing the old world and the Warhammer world in general, it might actually be not that easy. Lucas, you're the last man standing. You know that. You hear behind you the snarls and braying of beasts. In front of you, in the gloom and the heavy rain, you see dozens of red eyes just glaring at you with alien bestial intelligence. You know there's no one else left.
Do I see? I mean, is there any out? Like any escape at this point?
Yeah, over the wall.
Fuck it, I'm doing it.
Okay.
I think that's what Lucas would do. I think his, the psychoses he's got is very me first.
Yeah. So
thing. Yeah.
You just jump over the wall.
Yeah.
I presume to the other side of the battlements.
Yeah.
How much in normal human hate system? Just kidding, guys. Sorry for that. Is 15 feet? Like, I mean, we have meters here in Europe, so
yeah. So 3 feet is about a meter, so that would be about
a little
5
over,
meters.
a little under a meter.
Yeah, it's like 3.3 feet is a meter. So
okay, so let's for simplicity
so like
say
4.5.
Like 4. Yeah, it's like 4 meters.
It's like 4 meters.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, I should be rather specific here. Is it 4.5 or 5?
Well, here, hold on.
It's It's a little over 4, so it's not. It'll be closer to 4.5.
Unfortunately, in games terms, it's 5 because you always count up or down in this case.
It's 4.54.
So it's games terms. It's 5. Yeah. I'm just saying this because it's actually very clearly written in the book to always count like that. Okay. All right. In this case, wait a second. Yeah, it's you need to make me a total of 2 agility tests.
Okay.
Remember about your modifiers and stuff.
Yeah, so as far as I know, I only have a -10, right?
Let me quickly see. You make total 2 tests. A total of 2 tests, yes.
Okay.
Let me see. Lucas, -10. Yes, indeed, you only have -10.
Okay. So my agility's 48, -10 would be 38.
Exactly.
I'm just going to hit the agility button, so it's going to roll it against 48, but really against 38, we'll see the result.
Sure.
First, success.
Nice. Very nice.
No, and I'm out of luck.
Yes. Okay, so in that case, you receive a strength 3 hit.
Okay.
But it's a total of 13. And since I've rolled it from 3 meters.
Yeah.
And since I've rolled a 10, you need to make another agility test.
Okay. Nope.
You receive another d10 damage. So 8, so total 21, without armor of any kind.
Okay. Well, that's definitely going to put me, because I was only at 2.
So I guess it's fate point for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've decided to, like, fuck it! And jump over, and then you, oh shit! Slipped, fell head over heels, and landed in a very, very bad manner, so to speak. So bad, in fact, that okay, I'm actually going to just. I mean, I don't want you to break anything or something, except for probably your weapon is just broke in half. What did you have in your backpack, if anything?
Nothing, because I have my melted gold right hold in a pouch and a poncho, and that's about all I got for weaponry and anything really at this point. I hadn't had a chance to replenish anything, so.
You tear your dirty blanket poncho.
Yep.
No, I mean, all right. So in that case, when you were, as it turns out, when you were falling down, your purse.
Yeah.
With your gold, how much was it? How much was there actually?
Assuming I hadn't spent anything yet last session, quite a bit, 37 gold crowns worth of gold.
So yeah, unfortunately, it probably because of bad luck fell away from you. You've lost it in the darkness of the night, and you've broken your axe. But that's not your biggest problems. As you're laying on the ground, aching all over, you're hoping that you didn't broke anything. Suddenly, above you, a head looms. A head of a beast that walks on 2 legs like men. And you can feel the stink of its breath and the heat coming from its nostrils, despite the chilling rain washing over you. And
he teabags you.
And that's
teabags you.
And that's where we'll end this session for now, guys.
Hey, at least you didn't cut them off like they did to the rest of you guys.
Yes. Fortunately.
We're the ballless brigade.
Yeah, the unsullied, right?
Or the unsallied.
Oh my god! Whoa!
Hey,
Too soon. Too soon.
Too soon. Rip, my boy Sally died too young. Okay, guys, so that was it. Wow. Holy shit! Yeah, that's the game at this point is just getting crazy.
Let me ask a question, since obviously Sally needs a new character anyway. You've been saying the last 2 sessions that I've been on that part of the problem is with such high level characters, you have to adjust a lot of stuff. Would we be better off essentially retiring all our characters and starting with essentially fresh characters so that you don't have those problems?
The recycled characters we make, like, say, because it sounds like everybody's about to get killed, right? So, like, the character you make after that only has 3/4 of the XP, so it's still high level, but it's not quite as high.
If it's 3/4, it doesn't change much.
Yeah.
You would have
so it should adjust itself, you know what I mean?
You would have to have quarter of or half of your current XP for me to not contemplate, making something stronger.
Yeah, because assuming you didn't use any of my fate points last session.
No, I didn't.
I still got 2 fate points left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 2 right now.
And I could be around for a while, but I know Leopold's on his last fate point. Like, he used his last one today.
Yeah, I used my last fate point today.
And then obviously Sally's dead. I don't have I like Lucas, and if I retire him, he lives. So, I don't mind retiring him, and so that way we can go essentially fresh. If that'll make everything easier for you.
Well,
I can't speak for the other 3, but
well, one's going fresh at the moment. I don't mind holding on to Vincent. I'll have to get a voice modulator.
Yes, well, now. Well, first of all, I don't really want to, tell you guys to, now leave your character alone, because I think that's not fair. If you guys want to stick with your characters, then go for it.
I wouldn't have brought it up if I was.
Yeah. I know that you have good intentions, Andy. By all means, yeah. That the main problem with Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 2nd Edition, but in general all Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, is that it scales very badly on higher levels. And another thing is that this campaign is dead hard, as you can probably tell. Because if you would have lower level characters, I wouldn't have to adjust the Beastmen, and I've honestly adjusted them rather slightly. I really didn't gave them a lot of stuff. But you would still have to essentially fight a whole war herd coming for you. So I don't think it would change anything, except for the fact that you would probably hit them less often, and they would hit you less often, and the fight would take 2 sessions instead of 1.
Yeah, I think all the points where we've used fate points were kind of like, no matter how awesome our characters were, we would probably still be using fate points.
Yeah, well, that's kind of this world's thing. Is that
I'm not saying that's like anybody's fault. I'm just saying that I don't know if having new characters would change much of that.
Tell you what, if someone wants to change the character, go for it. If you, for example, you, Sean, if you think that you're going to be having trouble with Leopold, right? Because let's be honest, right now you are a cripple.
Right.
Which, by the way, which knee was cut by the butcher's wife?
That was the right leg.
So yeah, so now the spear severed it completely. So you have a stump where your right leg used to be. Yeah, and Lucas, you also have your minus modifiers. Vincent, by the way, because of the bows thing, you have permanent minus 20% to fellowship.
Permanent. Okay.
Yeah.
No, why would he have that?
Yeah, something like that. And you are essentially a katana wielding one-eyed badass who's saying something like that. Yeah, I mean that's absurd, right? No one would take you seriously. Like there was this movie with Hulk Hogan many years ago. I watched it as a kid when he was some kind of alien from outer space and he was fighting bounty hunters. And the bounty hunters were these two, huge guys, and one of them, "You're dead now, Casey." And Hogan says, "Well, I now I know why you guys never talk." Stuff like that. Yeah, it was a very corny movie, like all of Hogan's movies actually. Yeah, so that's it. But of course, Andy has the right of it. Essentially, he has the right of it because if you would have lower level characters, all of you, then naturally the difficulty would probably be also lower. That said, this campaign is still very tough.
Well, I brought it up because this would be a natural point to do it because we're all essentially laid out right now.
Yeah, I know. If you would do this, then we would start like half a chapter later with fresh characters. But like I said, if you would do this, then you would all have to do this. And I'm not going to tell any of you to actually do this. Like, say that, well, if you don't do this, then, fuck you. Or stuff like that. Obviously I would never say something like that. But you know what I mean.
Right.
It's your characters, it's your game, it's your fun. If you think that the campaign is too hard, we scrap the campaign and we'll do, something else. Like no big deal, right?
Okay. Well, it sounded like from the way everybody else was talking that they'd kind of rather keep their character, so I'm good with that too.
Okay, so Sally, you have new character. Vincent, you want to keep yours. Sean, what about you?
Well, so I was preparing a backup character because I figured in a best case scenario it would probably be like that time Vincent was sick and he had a backup character while he recovered from his wounds or his illness.
Yeah.
So that's essentially where I thought I was headed. Was that my new character would be either a replacement until Leopold got better, or that he would take over from Leopold. That Leopold was, is essentially convalescing somewhere because he's so messed up.
Okay.
Because as we can see from this this session, Leopold pretty much is not very helpful anymore, combat wise anyway.
Well, yeah.
And also, well, actually, in pretty much everything, just because he can't get around it. So I mean, the thing that I could do is I could prepare 2 copies of the character, one at 75% and one at brand spanking new.
Yeah.
And so that way I'd be prepared for both eventualities.
So since sorry for that. Since
But my thought was where I was headed with it was that I don't see any way to introduce a new character right at this moment. So the theory would be that, or originally,
I'm assuming we're all going to wake up in a Beastman camp, prisoners. So that would be probably a pretty easy point to introduce it.
Or I could do a mini scenario with just whoever's around. Just to get us to the point where new characters can join.
Yeah, that would be awesome to be a brand new character and like, well, you're naked and starving in a Beastman trapped in a Beastman camp.
I've once started a GURPS campaign like that. We are all naked, and the only thing we had was were cabbages. Essentially, each one of us had a cabbage. it was a weird game. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Uh,
Well,
yes.
anyway, so I figured at best case scenario, Leopold was going to be out for a few sessions coming up relatively quickly here anyway. But I mean, if I had the ability, because I mean at this point now I'm assuming that he's lost all his money, or do Beastmen not care about money?
Leopold has his money. Lucas
Okay.
lost his money because, well, he
Yeah.
made a leap of faith, but he forgot that it's not Assassin's Creed, unfortunately. It's Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. Yeah.
Well, so essentially what I'm saying is I'm prepared to do whatever, and I have the bare bones of a wizard character forming up. So
Okay, so let's do it like this. Since no one is like telling me 100% that he wants to change characters, except of course for Brian, who has to because Sally is unfortunately dead. You keep your old characters for now.
sounds good.
And I guess since no one said like, well, this campaign sucks, we'll also continue it. I'm not going to bullshit you. It will only get harder.
Yeah.
But for the story, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I feel like we need to keep on trying. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's how it goes. But yeah, it's it's been it hasn't been a bed of roses, that's for sure.
Yes. I mean that's like for me that's the essence of Warhammer. This campaign is this 100% dark fantasy. No resurrection bullshit. No D&D. No stuff like that. Just balls to the wall, insane. No pun intended, Vincent. Well, I mean your balls were left on the battlements, so. No, sorry.
Balls were left on the wall.
Yeah, sorry. Sally's balls were left on battlements. Your balls are somewhere near to your colon, I believe.
I have a feeling. Let me ask this, if you don't mind answering.
Okay.
I have a feeling the scenario, regardless of this particular part of the scenario, regardless of your level, was designed to kill us, or was designed to fate point us.
Well, let me put it this way. My first party that I ran for this campaign for many years ago, I think some of them lost a few fate points, but essentially went through. My second party was KIA. By that I mean, almost like in your case. That said, they did manage to escape, but they've spent their fate points not to sorry, not to survive, but to keep fighting and then just jumped from the battlements and run away. But yes, this part is of course a tower defense with a lot of beastmen, so to speak.
Yeah.
But really, guys, it's not about that. I mean, it is hard. It's about the fact that you were all wounded, sick, and stuff like that, and it was a huge factor.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the hard part. Probably the hardest of this chapter, I think. Without any spoilers, not really. But yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to add other than we'll just keep playing with what we have right now, and if anyone wants to change their characters for now, so then I guess that he will make a new one with 75% of current XP, and that's it. And if at one time you all decide to start completely fresh with new characters, each of you, then we can make it so. So, Sean, make your wizard with 75%, just in case.
Right.
Brian, I'll read about your new character before our next game. And now let's make it to the XP part. For today's game, since it was rather hard, let's make it 70 points for everyone. And let's skip all of the unnecessary parts. So, for example, no one really roleplayed, I think, his... place of birth.
Yeah, it was all a fight.
Yeah, but you all did roleplay your characters, so it's additional 10 for you all. Yeah, place of birth 0. Religion, Brian. Sigmar, 10. Lucas, nothing at all. In all honesty.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a couple of curses. But,
Yeah.
You know,
Curse-
that I honestly, to be, that I think that is more of. I mean, I wasn't saying it. I wasn't having him say that for religion XP. It was more for.
I know.
You know how, like, when you're angry and you shout what you know.
Yeah.
That's what he knows, right? So it came out in Tal's descriptions, but it's not necessarily because he, really cared about Tal. It's, those are the terms he knows to express it in.
Sure. Vincent, what were you saying?
I was just nothing.
Okay. So, Vincent, in your case, I also didn't saw anything, regarding more.
I agree.
Sean?
Yeah, same here. I didn't really do anything. So
Yeah.
except roll around on the ground.
Star sign, Brian? Brian?
Are you muted?
Brian?
Oh, sorry, I had you muted. Righteous, fearless, merciful.
10. 10. Lucas?
Mummet the Fool, sensible, intuitive, lucky. I don't know that really...
No, I don't think you were lucky. Sensitive, perhaps, because you've decided you wanted to, close the gates and then defend the upper floor.
The chokehold.
Yeah, I guess I can give you 5 for that. But because you failed the jump, you weren't lucky. So, yeah. Jason?
I guess the only thing it's Gungren's Baldric, militant profession of arms, trying to fight or coordinate the fight with the hammer people. That's about it.
Yeah, that was good actually. 10 points, and you also wanted to use the mutants to secure the back door, battlements. Yeah, 10 points. Sean?
Cacklefax the cockerel, nothing.
Okay, Doom. But Brian, did you had your final Doom?
Yeah, I called out to everybody else that they should be ashamed of themselves for siding with mutants.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably something that I like the most about our games, that at one point no one would think about that, and now look what happened. Yeah, siding with mutants. Ah, man. People do change. 10 points, of course. Andrew, Doom?
Yeah, it's the sword shall bring no justice, only suffering.
Yeah, you've mentioned that,
I did, but that was more of I mean, that was also not a serious.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
thing.
going to give you 5 points for that anyway.
I did damn near, instead of jumping over the wall, tell you I was going to charge the guy with the biggest sword.
Okay.
But I decided the psychoses would override the doom.
Yeah. Actually, that's true. Okay, so yeah, 5 points for you, and finally, Jason. I mean, not finally, but Jason, Doom.
I don't think it's darkest rot shall eat thee from within. It didn't really affect.
You actually be having easier time role playing it because your groin will be black, if you know what I mean. Black with you know what. I mean, there was enough talk of both this session, so let's not make it any more, please. Sean?
Yeah, the hourglass cracks before the last grain falls. I totally neglected to say anything about it or do anything about it, so I don't think so.
Okay. No ideas were present today, honestly.
Unless you consider your knee the hourglass.
Yeah.
I am calling my knee an hourglass because I'm weird.
Yeah.
Sally, I'm going to give you 5 points. You know for what? For the pipe.
Yep.
It was excellent. First you're saying that you're chewing the pipe, and then you said that I've spit it out long ago. Man, seriously. What a send-off to the character. I mean it, I'm like not joking or anything. Fucking awesome. Fucking awesome, man.
I just wanted some tobacco, nobody had it.
Yeah, Yeah, that's
All I wanted was a Pepsi.
that's the tragedy. You didn't even, had a chance to smoke one last time before your death. Damn. Okay, so that's it for today's session, guys. You have your points. Now,
Yeah, looks like it.
for our next game, I Spy with My Little Eye, 28th of July. Oh, look, it's a rhyme.
Yeah, I'm gonna be traveling back from California on that day. So if I either gonna miss or I'll be late.
Okay, what
But-
about the rest of you guys?
Hold on, I got something. That's not the thing I go to. It
July. Sorry,
appears to work for what's that?
did you say July 28th?
Yup.
I think that works for me.
Yeah, it looks like it works for me.
Sally?
Yeah, I think it's good for me.
Okay.
Okay. Well, considering that Leopold is pretty much out of out of it, that would work in game terms, I think.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you manage to make it Sean, it would be great, but naturally, no pressure.
Okay.
So let's make it on 28th of July. Yeah, my wedding is coming soon, so soon I won't have that much time,
Hey.
Yay. But for now,
Do I need to put taps on again?
what? Yeah.
That's the name of that song.
Oh.
The funeral song. The taps.
Well,
Joke, because
funnily
you're
enough,
married.
I wanted to buy a 80s suit, 80s style Miami Vice suit, but no one had it, so I couldn't do it. So I'm going to. So I'll be coming to church in a dark suit.
Yeah.
I'm sad because of that.
Dressed like Morpheus.
Yes. No, it's like this, this casual, cool looking suit, not the pitch black. Yeah. So anyway, I mean in September, in September and half of October, I will probably be out or almost out.
Actually, I have a lot of stuff that comes up at that time too, so
Okay.
that works for me pretty well. So
Yeah. Because I'm traveling on 21st of September and will return on 6th of October. So after 6, I will be more I will be available
where are you
more.
guys going on your honeymoon?
We are going for 2 days. There are in Armenia to a village not far from Yerevan, the capital. And then when we travel back to Poland, we'll probably hit one of the southern cities, that Krakow, the first city that we came to together on our holiday when after we've started dating each other. And that's it. I mean, the wedding, it costs a lot. Seriously.
Oh yeah.
It's
I know, man. I just went through that.
yeah. I mean,
In the fall.
it's in another country.
We just paid everything off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if we'll be taking any loans or stuff like that. Hopefully not, but it takes a lot. But we want to be perfect, more than perfect. So it's worth it. It's always worth it with her. So yeah. Okay, guys. I'll see you all on 28th.
Okay.
All right.
Don't be
Alright.
shy to write to me about something, or even death threats, if you're so.
For the character sheet, do you want me to just put it only electronically, or do you want me to scan in my paper copy?
No,
and
you can
send
do
to you?
it. You can do it with with normal Roll20 character sheets.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
it will be easier that way. But you still have one fate point left, right?
No, I'm now down to 0
You're just down to 0. Okay, so
for today.
so don't upload it yet. Just have it
Alright.
on standby, okay? Because there are
Yeah, no
already enough notes here, stuff like that. Yeah, but please prepare your character, Sean. Thank you very much.
Okay. No
Okay, guys. I'll see you on the 28th. Hopefully you too, Sean.
Yep.
Take care. Have a great time.
Thanks.
All right, guys.
See you.
See you.
All right.
Later,
See y'all.
See you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.